been 10 years since the Tournament of Power. Peace reigned in all 12 universes, but the most sacred place of existence, something ancient and evil, has awakened. A wandering shadow, born from the universes erased in the past, has found its way to the top. The colorful and surreal space of Zeno-sama begins to lose saturation. The vibrant colors turn gray and opaque. A black fog with reddish electric static creeps across the checkered ground. It's useless to resist. Daishenka turns slowly. Usual violet eyes now have black sclera and a crimson glow in the center. Her angelic halo flickers erratically. The balance has been broken for too long because of mortals playing gods. The two Zeno-sama float on their thrones. Her childish expressions have disappeared. They've lost, empty gaze covered by a shadow. Goku, it's dangerous! Yes, Goku breaks the rules. Goku surpasses the gods. Goku must disappear. This will be done, my lords. The divine purge begins now. The mortal, Son Goku's the root of the imbalance. If he falls, the hope of mortals will fall with him. Daishenka raises his staff. An expansive wave of dark energy crosses reality itself, shooting towards the 12 multiverses. Meanwhile, on the planet of the god Beerus, a sonic boom shakes the trees. Goku and Vegeta are in the middle of a brutal training match. Goku is in the Ultra Instinct Mastered, but he looks more mature and muscular. Vegeta is in the Ultra Ego with a wild, controlled expression. Don't hold back, Kakarot. Your perfect evasion won't work if I destroy all the ground you step on. Vegeta launches a concentrated power of destruction in the form of a sphere. Goku doesn't dodge it, he blocks it with a hand wrapped in a dense silver aura, deflecting it towards the sky. You're faster, Vegeta! Your Ultra Ego is no longer depending only on taking damage. You've learned to channel your anger without losing your mind. And you've stopped doubting. 10 years ago, your accuracy was flawed. Now, it's like hitting the air. Both of them stop the fight at once. Their auras disappear. They stay static, looking at the sky. Did you feel that? A chill, but it's not normal divine ki. It felt like something had broken in the universe. Beerus eating pizza while Whis was frowning at his staff. Suddenly an orb of Whis cracks. A high-pitched sound of broken glass resonates. Oh dear! What's up, Whis? Is the ice cream over? Mr. Beerus, I've lost the connection with the High Priest. No, even worse. The connection has been rejected. There's an order entering the minds of all the angels right now. Whis falls to his knees, dropping the staff. He grabs his head, screaming in pain. A dark aura tries to surround him. Goku would quickly get to the side of Whis. Whis, what's wrong? What the hell's wrong with him? No, me. They will control. Mr. Beerus, they have to go. The father, Daishenka, he has decreed the execution of Son Goku. An execution? What are you talking about? Daishenka? Suddenly the sky of the planet of Beerus is torn apart. Three-dimensional portals of black and purple color open violently. Enemies. They have a gigantic key. Three figures descend from the portals. They are gods of destruction, but their eyes are blank, and their bodies emanate a black smoke. Kaitala from Universe 4, Belmont from Universe 11, and Ewan from Universe 1. Target located. They are Goku. Delete. To the threat. Delete. To the mortal who defies the gods. Belmont? Kaitala? What's the matter with them? It's us! You bastards, you dare invade my planet? I'm Beerus, the Destroyer. Explain what this means. Ewan's not responding. He throws a beam of black destructive energy towards Goku. Beerus intercepts the attack, deflecting with a slap, but his hand is left smoking. This Haki, he's corrupt. It's not pure energy of destruction, it's malice. Goku, Vegeta, listen carefully. A corruption's taken over Zeno-sama's palace. We angels are linked to Daishenka. He tried to possess me, but my link with you in this universe seems to have created a temporary resistance. But the other gods, they weren't so lucky. Vegeta would access Ultra Ego max power while putting himself in a battle pose. They're hunting us? Perfect. I wanted to kick that mouse and clown's ass for a long time. Goku would change his expression to be more serious while making the power of the Ultra Instinct flow to a new level. I have no choice. Get ready, Vegeta! The battle breaks out. It's 2-on-3, with Beerus hesitating whether to attack his fellow gods. Vegeta throws himself against Belmont. The clown creates razor-sharp energy cards. Vegeta goes through them because his aura destroyed Belmont's energy. Receiving cuts, but without stopping, Goku moves at light speed against Kyla and Ewan. Vegeta would connect a punch to the stomach of Belmont. Your Jiren is not here to protect you, you scumbag. The pain. It's irrelevant. The order is absolute. Belmont grabs Vegeta's head and it releases an explosion of black energy that reaches him directly. Vegeta would shoot out towards the universe of the planet, generating an incredible explosion. Vegeta! Kyla takes advantage of the distraction. Being small, he moves erratically and hits Goku's vital points. Goku tries to use the Ultra Instinct to dodge, but Kyla's body emits a negative gravity that slows Goku down. My body! It feels heavy around them. It's not just physical strength. His energy is polluting the environment. Ewan carries a giant sphere of destruction. That is deadly dirty. Beerus appears in front of Ewan and his face is one of pure fury. Enough! Hawkeye! Beerus throws a golden pure Hawkeye. It crashes into Ewan's black sphere. A clash of energies cracks the planet and the ground is crumbling. Goku, Vegeta, they can't win here. Their energy is endless because they're being fed directly by the King's palace. They have to run away. We won't leave you here, Beerus. You idiot! The target's you! If they kill you, whatever Daishinkan's planning, he will have won. Whis, get him out of here! Whis knocks his staff to the ground 3 times. I'm sorry, Mr. Beerus. We will come back for you. A transport cube begins to form around Goku and Vegeta. Damn it, don't run away, Kakarot, we can beat him! Goku would watch Beerus fighting 3 gods at once. Beerus, I swear your sacrifice won't be in vain. Kyla notices the escape and releases a sonic squeal that breaks the barrier of Whis' cube before it closes completely. They won't escape! The black energy hits Goku in the chest, knocking him out of the cube. Goku rolls on the floor, losing the state of Ultra Instinct. Oh no, Mr. Goku's been hit by the corrupted energy! Goku gets up in a terrible condition. Belmont instantly appears behind him, with a ball of corrupted energy ready to disintegrate him. The end. From the Saiyan. Goku closes his eyes waiting for the impact, but it doesn't come. An explosion of silver and violet ki explodes. Vegeta stepped in, stopping Belmont's hand with both hands, his forehead veins about to burst. Nobody kill my rival except me! Vegeta gives a brutal headbutt to Belmont, making him back off. Kakarot, use teleportation. Take Whis away. But Vegeta! Do it! I'll buy time. My power increases the more damage I take, and these bastards have a lot of damage to give. Beerus is thrown to the ground near them. Despite being the most powerful god, he finds himself with multiple wounds all over his body. Beerus would spit out some blood. Listen up. There's a place where Daishinkan can't easily see. The Kingdom of Nothing, where the tournament took place, but they need a key. Beerus rips an earring out of his ear and throws it at Goku. Go! Search for the truth about the Omni family. Only a power greater than the Kings can stop this. Goku catches the earring, watching Vegeta finishing like a demon against 2 God, and Beerus getting up to cover him. I swear I'll be back, and I'll make them pay. Goku grabs Whis by the shoulder. He concentrates. It's not looking for a key, it's looking for an empty location. Divine teleportation! Goku and Whis disappear in an instant flash. Goku and Whis arrive at the Kingdom of Nothing, observing a total darkness. Only a semi-destroyed floating platform remains from the old tournament, and Goku and Whis appear falling to the ground hard. Damn it! We left them behind! It was the only logical choice, Goku-san. Mr. Beerus and Vegeta brought time with their lives. If you died, there would be no return. Dragon Balls will no longer work if the creators are corrupt. Daishinkan! Zeno-sama! They said it was a threat. Fine. If they want a threat, I'll give them a threat. Goku, his current power, even the Ultra Instinct, is derived from the techniques of the angels. If Daishinkan wishes, he can override his technique. That is why we lost today. You cannot win by using their power against them. Then I need something else. Something that's not from Los Angeles. Not even the destroyers. Goku looks at the earring that Beerus gave him. It shines with a strange white light, pure, different from divine ki. Beerus said, the power of the Omni family. Whis would watch the earring with some astonishment. That earring? It's a forbidden relic. It is said to belong to the original creator of Zeno-sama, the Zalama. The creator of the Super Balls? Exactly. If Daishoken has corrupted the current order, we must look for the original source, the primordial power. But, Goku, that path could change you forever. I could stop being immortal. I could stop being a Saiyan. I don't care what I gotta sacrifice. Vegeta stayed behind trusting me. Beerus sacrificed himself. I'm going to get that power. I'm going to beat the kings. And I'm going to free my universe. Goku's gaze expressed determination never seen before, while his silver eyes emanate great anger. For its part on planet Earth, the sky is getting darker. Gohan, Piccolo, and Goten look up. A giant hologram of Daishoken appears in the sky. Inhabitants of Universe 7, their existence is a mistake. His protector, Son Goku's been declared an enemy of existence. The purge being shortly. There is no salvation. Dad, what's happening? Returning to the kingdom of Zeno-sama, Daishoken would realize where they had gone with Goku. They've escaped to the realm of nothingness. Smart, but useless. Daishoken looks to his side. A figure comes from the shadows. He's a tall warrior, black halo behind his back and spear. He's not an angel, he's something new created by corruption. Go and catch him. Bring me his head, but be careful. If Zalma's inheritance wakes up, we'll have problems. The new warrior would disappear from the kingdom of Zeno-sama, leaving to hunt down Goku and Whis. The cat and mouse game's over, Goku. Now it's war. While the warrior was leaving in search for Son Goku, the entire sky of planet Earth is no longer blue. A reddish energy dome has covered the planet, blocking the sun. The cities are in panic, but there's no uncontrolled chaos. There's paralyzing fear. At the Capsule Corporation, the Z-Warriors are gathered. Piccolo, Krillin, report back. What is the situation in the other sectors? Wrong. They have started to descend. They're not normal soldiers, Gohan. They are shadows. Beings with no detectable ki who are erasing people, not killing them. They just disappear. Damn it! Daishoken's message was not an empty threat. Dad! There are 3 ships descending on the southern capital. Grandpa Satan is there. Mom is preparing the corporation shields, but they won't hold much if they attack directly here. Where are my dad and Mr. Goku? They're fighting on another front. Now it's our turn. Listen up, everyone. It's not about winning a tournament. It's about survival. If you see those shadow beings, don't use small ki bursts. Use everything. Disintegrate them. Suddenly, an explosion shakes the building. The ceiling of the control room is ripped off by the roof. Floating above them are 3 hooded figures in black priestly robes with the symbol Zeno inverted on the chest. The purge of Universe 7 begins with the lineage of the sinner. Gohan disappears and reappears instantly in front of the priest with a kick that breaks the sound barrier. Get off my planet! The impact is brutal. The priest shoots out, crossing several buildings. Gohan's not waiting. Charge a powerful burst of energy. Piccolo, Goten, Trunks, take care of the other 2. I'll protect the center. You heard, Gohan. Let's fight. Meanwhile, the beautiful planet of God Beerus is devastated. The sacred trees burns with black fire. There are craters everywhere. Beerus and Vegeta are on the ground. They're not dead, but they are defeated. Chains made of dark solid light tie their wrists and necks. Vegeta is unconscious with his armor shattered. Beerus is breathing hard with 1 foot of Kyla on his chest. Look at you, Beerus, the most feared destroyer reduced to a step. Beerus would spit out blood while exclaiming, Enjoy a rat. As long as Goku's free, you guys are scared. You will die soon, and you will be witness. The High Priest has special plans for the rebel gods. They'll not be erased. They will be rewritten. Belmont snaps his fingers. A dark portal opens beneath Beerus and Vegeta. The chains pull them into the darkness. Whis, I trust you. The portal closes, leaving the planet silent. Meanwhile, in the realm of nothingness, Goku and Whis walk on the floating platform. The environment is oppressive. There are no stars, there is no sound, only infinite darkness. Goku, you need to hurry up. The earring that Mr. Beerus gave you, he's reacting to this place. I'm sorry, an attraction. It's not my ki. It's like gravity. It's pulling me down into the abyss below the platform. The realm of nothingness is not simply an empty space. It is the canvas on which Zalama painted reality before creating the universes. If there's an entrance to your domain, it must be in the deep. Suddenly, a black energy spear crosses space at an absurd speed, grazing Goku's cheek and cutting off a lock of his hair. Watch out, Whis, they found us! Goku pushes Whis. A figure lands heavily on the platform, cracking it. He's the warrior that Aishaken sent. Target found. They are Goku. Threat level extreme. Proceeding to the elimination. Goku accesses Super Saiyan God, with which he has the regeneration of his power and wounds. I don't have time for this! Goku goes on the attack. His punches are quick, but Zeroth doesn't move. When Goku's fist impacts the armor, Goku's red key turns off on contact. What? My energy! Goku-san, don't touch him directly. That armor is made of anti-divine matter. Absorb the key of the gods. Analysis complete. Super Saiyan God, ineffective. Zeroth hits Goku with the back of his spear. The blow isn't just physical. A black shockwave sends Goku rolling across the platform. Goku gets up, coughing, returning to his base state. If I use the divine key, it takes away from me. Fine, then we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Goku screams and transforms into Super Saiyan 3. Long golden hair lights up the darkness. Brute power shakes the void. Let's see if you can absorb this! Goku attacks with a ferocity not seen in years. Without the call of the Ultra Instinct, Goku fights with pure rage. Punches, kicks, bites. Zeroth recoils before the brute physical force. Smart. Mortal ki is not so easily absorbed by such technology because it's impure and chaotic. But the SSJ-3 consumes too much power. Recalculating. Increased physical strength. Initiating speed protocol. Zeroth's eyes flicker. Disappear from sight. It's not teleportation, it's pure speed. Goku receives invisible blows from all directions. Damn it! I can't feel his ki to predict it! Goku's thrown to the edge of the abyss. Zeroth carries a cannon on his right arm, aiming at Goku's head. Goodbye. Whis appears in the middle, stopping the cannon with a single finger. But Whis' finger starts to turn gray. Oh, wow, it even affects angels. Goku, jump! What? The earrings guide you down. He has to jump into the void. I'll keep him here. I can't leave you, Whis! If you use your power, they'll deactivate you. If you don't get to that power, we'll all be permanently deactivated. Wow, it's an order from his master. Goku looks at Whis, then at Zeroth, who's charging more energy. Grit your teeth and look at the black abyss, and jumps backwards into the infinite fall. Hold on, Whis! Target escaping. Zeroth tries to jump after Goku, but Whis spins his staff, creating a temporary barrier. I'm afraid your battle's with me now, although I admit I am at a disadvantage. Goku falls into absolute darkness. No wind, just silence. Super Saiyan 3 is deactivated due to the exhaustion, and due to Goku returning to his base state, descending for what seems like hours. Is there a bottom, or will I fall forever? Vegeta, Gohan, hold on! The earring in his hand starts to burn. It shines with such intensity it blinds Goku. Suddenly, Goku bumps into something. Not solid ground, a surface like a lake, but made of golden liquid light. Goku sinks into the liquid and goes to the surface on the other side. Falls to the ground immaculately with a white marble floor. A colossal temple floating in an infinite white space. There's no sky, no sun, just perfect ambient light. In front of Goku there's a gigantic door, hundreds of meters high, with inscriptions in a language that Goku doesn't understand, but that resonates in his head. This one, is it the place? The slope floats out of his head and embeds into the slot of the giant door. The earth is shaking. An ancient roar, deep as the universe itself, echoes from within. A mortal, with the key of the destroyer. You've come far, little warrior. Who are you? Are you Zalama?
I am the guardian of the threshold. Zalama sleeps in the core of existence. To awaken his power, you must give up who you think you are.
The door opens slowly. A blinding light bathes Goku. A humanoid silhouette emerges from the light, but the power emanating from his body is beastly.
The gods have failed you. The angels are bound. You seek the power to kill the immortal.
I seek the power to protect my family. If I have to break the gods for that, I'll do it.
Then come. But I'm warning you, Saiyan, the power of the Omni family is not learned like the Ultra Instinct. It is taken, and if your body's not worthy, it will erase you from history as if you were never born. Not even the Super Dragon Balls will bring you back.
Goku steps forward without hesitation. I've risked my life thousands of times. One more doesn't make a difference. Goku crosses the threshold. The door slams shut behind him, leaving the sound of a final thunderclap. Meanwhile on Earth, the battle's fierce. Gohan's tired, with torn clothes. At his feet lies the corrupt priest, defeated, but laughing.
You think you've won, but we are only the advanced guard. Look up!
Gohan looks at the sky. The red dome opens. A large portal opens all over the sky of planet Earth. At the instant that an unreal power manages to make the whole universe tremble. That key! It can't be! From the portal, the warrior with his simple pressure manages to make all the warriors fall to their knees. As an angel, they have sent a fallen angel. Chaos reigned all over the place, but a silent, scary chaos was it. The colossal portal of the Omni Armada covered the sky, blocking the sun. A pillar of dark violet light descended. The Z-warriors gathered in the rubble, looking on in horror. Elegant figures emerged from the pillar of light. Their feet touch the ground and the asphalt turns to dust instantly. Not from heat, but from pure pressure. He is Mojito, the angel of Universe 9. Her pale blue skin glows with the corrupted divine aura. Her white hair is combed back, and she maintains a cynical and relaxed smile. Well, well, what a great place. Noisy. Universe 9 was a chaotic dump, full of beasts and savagery. It had a rustic charm, though. You, apes of Universe 7, are annoying. They have a bad habit of surviving when they should be extinct.
That pressure, it's not like Beerus's. It's not even like Moro's or Frieza's. It's a void, and I don't feel his ki. I feel as if the air around me is being erased. He's an angel, and he hasn't come to observe.
Trunks transformed to Super Saiyan. I don't care if it's an angel or a demon. If he's with Daishinken, he's our enemy. Trunks, wait, don't attack. Listen, I don't know what they've done to my father or Vegeta, but it's our home. We get out now or I swear I won't be merciful. Mercy, what a deadly concept. I'm afraid mercy was erased from the new decree, son of Goku. Gohan's aura exploded. The beast mode was activated. Hair silvery gray and long, eyes red with black pupils. A beam of black electricity split the ground. I won't let you touch anyone! Ah! Gohan disappeared, faster than ever, instantly reappearing in front of Mojito, throwing a punch straight at the angel's face. A sonic boom would destroy mountains. A shockwave pushes Goten and Trunks back, but Mojito doesn't move. He raised a single index finger. Gohan's fist, capable of breaking dimensional barriers, stopped in its tracks against Mojito's fingertip. What? No way! Interesting. You've broken your deadly limit. That transformation, that hysterical anger and force of instant cellular evolution. Beast mode, right? That's impressive for a primate. You're still immortal playing strong. Your speed linear. My speed is absolute. Mojito moved his finger slightly forward and an invisible shockwave hit Gohan in the stomach. The sounds of pain breaking. Gohan vomits blood and shoots like a missile, passing through skyscrapers before crashing, creating a crater for kilometers.
Gohan!
His ki increases to the max, accessing the orange Piccolo.
Damn you! 1718 now! Cover me!
The androids release showers of infinite energy to distract the angel. Piccolo carries his most lethal technique,
Destroyer of the Emperor.
The spiraling lightning, with its charged fury, crosses distances in seconds, aiming at Mojito's heart. Boring. They didn't even serve to arouse my interest. Piccolo's attack hits the staff, and it glides around Mojito's body as if it were water on oil, swerving without touching him.
It can't be! He deflected my strongest attack!
Their attacks are based on anger and brute force. We angels exist in the state of perfect precision. They will never be able to touch us. Mojito moved his staff, generating an attack. Restraining order, absolute zero gravity. His effect was instant. All the Z warriors fell to the ground. Not normal gravity, it was the weight of an entire planet on their backs. Asphalt sinking under them. They can't move. They're paralyzed, crushed like insects.
No, I can't move me! My bones!
I'm going to enjoy dismantling this planet little by little. I want to see how much pain it takes for Goku to appear. Ah, there he is. I'll start with that blue-haired woman that Prince Vegeta cares so much about. From the distant crater, Gohan tried to get up, his body shaking. He was bleeding from his head and chest with eyes of fury. My body's not responding! The power difference is too much! Dad! Vegeta! Hurry up, please! I don't know how long we can take it! Damn it! Meanwhile, in the Kingdom of Nothing, the scenario changed. The tournament platform was deserted. Whis on his knees, leaning on his crosshair, his robe in tatters. His thing, normally immaculate skin, was gray. In front of him, Zeroth, with a black technological armor and spear of negative energy, was pointing at his neck.
Your resistance is illogical. You're an angel. Your loyalty belongs to the Great Law and the Great Priest. You violated 4,000 protocols by helping Son Goku.
My loyalty belongs to life, to evolution, something my father Daishinken has forgotten in his quest for perfect order. You can't reach him anymore, Hunter. He crossed the threshold. He's entered the domains of Zalama. It's now outside of the angels.
If I can't reach him, I'll wait. The mortal's gonna die in the process of assimilating. His 0% chance of probability is real. Probability of survival, 0. You're gonna be an offering to the High Priest. Your code will be rewritten.
Zeroth drove the base of his spear into his chest. Though it doesn't physically go through him, a shockwave of black and red energy engulfed him. Whispers of pain of corruption tried to go through his mind. Wow, Goku! The rest is up to you. The black energy crystallizes around Whis, sealing him in dark diamond in the form of a floating coffin. Whis was frozen, like a statue.
Angel Whis, captured. State, stasis. Initiating return to the central base.
A nightmare of space. The sky is made of living flesh and clouds of blood. There's no floor, just a red abyss. Vegeta in the air, crucified by the chains of black energy out of nowhere, go through his wrists and ankles. He's shirtless, covered in smoking wounds. Daishinken floats with his hands behind his back, looking at him with a terrifying calm.
Vegeta, the prince of an extinct race. Always in the shade. Always the number 2. Always arriving a step late. Save yourself, you cheap physiology dwarf. If you're gonna kill me, do it. If not, shut the fuck up. Killing you would have been a waste of a specimen. You have something Goku doesn't have.
Daishinken floats over, staying inches away from his face, violet eyes shining.
Goku seeks the power to protect. A noble desire, but weak. It limits him. He's always afraid of breaking something, but you seek power of pride. Domain. Your ultra ego's the purest form of destruction. You enjoy the pain in battle. So what? Doesn't mean I'm gonna serve you. Zeno-sama no longer needs lazy and incompetent destroyers like Beerus. We need enforcers. We need kings. I've seen your mind, Vegeta. I've seen your envy. I've seen you hated Frieza, but deep down you admire his power. I've seen your hate for Kakarot surpasses you. Shut up, not me! I'm not like that. Of course you are.
Vegeta's aura, usually violet, was contaminated by black and red threads.
I am offering you a deal. Accept my dark blessing. You will surpass Goku, and Beerus, and angels. You will be the king of destruction of all. No one will look at you from above. You will never be second again. Never! I'm not your puppet. I am the Prince of the Saiyans! A prince is a child who hopes to inherit. A king is a man who takes what is his. You won't be a puppet, Vegeta. You will be a god. You just have to stop resisting and accept that you hate being weak. Accept your nature.
Vegeta screams, a heartbreaking sound of reality in the prison. His pupils disappear and his eyes white for a second before being filled with darkness. The symbol of the fallen angels engraved on his chest. The scream suddenly stops. Vegeta lowers his head, his aura explodes, now a blackish purple color, evil and heavy. His expression changed, no pain, just malice. Welcome, King Vegeta. Goku standing in the center of the infinite white room. There's no walls or light. In front of him floats the Guardian, a silhouette of stellar constellations. A white flame burns in the center, not emitting heat, but an existential pressure.
The Omni power is not key. It's the essence of creation itself. The clay with which Zalama sculpted the universes. To contain it, your body must be destroyed and rebuilt. Are you ready to die, Son Goku?
Vegeta stayed behind to give me time. Beerus sacrificed himself. Whis captured.
If I hesitate, their sacrifices will be nothing. If that's what it takes to save my friends, do it. Then enter the flame of the origin. I warn you, leave behind everything that makes you strong.
Goku walks towards the white fire, and touching it doesn't burn him. It breaks. Skin starts to crack like porcelain. Goku falls screaming.
Ah! It's burning too much! I feel like I'm disintegrating!
Inside the fire, we see Goku's skeleton glowing, divine ki protecting him. We see a red aura of Super Saiyan God and the blue aura of the blue desperately manifest, but the white flame devours them.
Your divine energy is useless. I borrowed power from the gods. Leave it. Abandon Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct. The limits. Get empty. To be everything, you must be nothing.
My powers! They're leaving! I feel the divine ki evaporate. I don't feel gods or anything. I'm fading. Can't disappear. Gohan! Vegeta! I promised Chi-Chi that I would come back!
Inside Goku's mind in the darkness, a figure of the great Ozaru appears. The Ozaru roars with fury, and then glows and breaks into 1,000 pieces, revealing small white light, pure and simple in his chest.
I'm not a god or an angel. I'm a Saiyan raised on Earth, and I am Son Goku!
A silent explosion shakes the temple. White flames implode, shaking and sucking into Goku's chest. The temple shaking and the dimensional cracks appear in the white air.
Has he absorbed the flame?
No way! A mortal should be able to contain eternity without disintegrating.
His will is harder than the divine diamond.
The smoke dissipates. Goku standing. Body subtly changed but profound. His musculature is more compact. Perfect. Hair back to black, base shape, but has bright white tips like stars at the end of the strands. His eyes widen and are completely white without pupils, and a golden ring around his iris. His clothes have been restored by the magic of Zalama. It's now a dark gray combat robe with golden details. A mixture of clothes from Kaioshin and an ancient warrior.
I'm sorry. I feel the whole universe breathing. Every atom.
You have succeeded. You've accessed the Omni Path. You have transcended the divine hierarchies. But this is the beginning. You have the power now. Do you have the will to fend for your friends who have been corrupted?
I'm gonna release them. All of them. It doesn't matter what they've become.
Goku looks up and his vision transverses dimensions, locating Earth instantly.
Here I come, Daishinken.
Goku takes a step. He doesn't teleport. He tears the reality with his hands and crosses space-time like walking through a door. On Earth, the situation's critical. Mojito floats on the shield of the Capsule Corporation. Bulma hugs Bra, crying. On the ground, Gohan is helpless, crushed by gravity. Mojito would create a corrupted, destructive energy sphere on his finger.
It was fun while it lasted, humans, but it's time to clean the trash. Goodbye, woman.
Mojito launches the attack, the sphere of destruction going towards Bulma. Trunks and Goten scream and Gohan closes his eyes. Just when Mojito's lightning goes to touch the shield, the sky breaks. Not a cloud, reality. A golden dimensional rift opens with the sound of thunder. A hand comes through the crack, catching the energy sphere with an open palm. The sphere of destruction, capable of erasing galaxies, is crushed by a fist of their newcomer with an attack that was so simple it turned it into harmless smoke. What? Who is capable of destroying my energy? That was the energy of pure destruction! From the rift, Goku descends, gray tunic fluttering. Doesn't emit ki, a presence that is absolute. Mojito's crushing gravity dissipates. The Z warriors can breathe.
Goku, I knew you were alive! Dad, what is that power?
Goku lands in front of Mojito, calm but scary. White golden eyes fixed on the angel.
I told you, get the hell off my planet!
Goku's eyes shine in a great way with great fury, heads towards him. Time seems to have stopped at the Capsule Corporation. The red oppressive atmosphere is there around Goku, but a perfect circle of clarity. Clean air, light, white. Mojito floats a few meters away, his face disjointed by an emotion his species rarely experiences, disbelief.
That ki, that's not ki. There's no vibration, no heat. It's like looking into the void before creation. Oh, what kind of abomination are you, mortal?
I ask you one more time, Mojito. Will you go, or I'll have to delete you?
Insolent! I am a guiding angel. I exist in a state of perfect perfection. You can't erase eternity!
Mojito disappears. Not a physical speed, it's a quantum shift. He disappears and instantly is behind Goku, swinging a staff towards his back of his neck. The blow carries force to split a planet in two and the magic to seal a soul.
Dad, behind you!
Goku doesn't turn, he doesn't even raise an arm to block. He tilts his head to the left and the staff whistles past, cutting through air.
Lucky? No!
Mojito dances the dance of death, throwing thousands of punches per second. Staff, fists, kicks, energy beams. Every attack is perfect, every angle impossible to dodge. Goku's not dodging, he's just not where the blows fall. He moves with fluidity that makes Ultra Instinct seem clumsy. Your technique is on reacting to your environment. You're no longer the control of the environment. I am.
Shut up, you mortal!
Mojito throws his staff in the air. The weapons glow and multiply into thousands of spears of holy light falling on Goku. Omni denial. Goku clenches his fist. 1,000 spears of light stop. They turn gray and disintegrate. The angel's magic was nullified by sheer authority.
You canceled my miracle. Impossible, only the high priest.
Daishiken's broken the rules, and you follow him. Now pay the price!
Goku hits, not quick, but a heavy blow. A direct punch to Mojito's stomach. When the fist connects, there's no shockwave. All the force is concentrated inside the angel's body.
Go ah!
Mojito's eyes go blank, spitting blood. The halo on his back cracks with the sound of glass. Angel shoots into space, traversing the atmosphere, breaking the barrier of his mothership and crashing onto the moon.
He's defeated. An angel. One fell swoop.
While Goku triumphs on Earth, a tragedy is born in Oblivion. The red dimension shaking. Chains held Vegeta were broken, not physically, but by corrosion. Vegeta floats, his transformation complete. He no longer has eyebrows similar to the Super Saiyan 3, but his forehead is prominent and dark. Hair as dark violet that looks black. Falls heavy on his back. Eyes with no pupils and wells of destructive energy. On his chest, shining was a pale skin, a symbol engraved in fire, the mark of an inverted Z of the fallen angels.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. How are you feeling, King Vegeta? I feel silence. Silence? That voice in my head, the one that told me that Kakarot was better, the one that told me I should protect my family to be strong, the one that told me I had limits, silent. The hunger of destruction. It's the nature of the universe. I need you to test your power. This prison is no longer necessary. Do you want me to destroy the door? I want you to destroy the dimension. Delete it from the map of existence.
Vegeta raises a hand, not to charge ki or scream. A small sphere of energy the size of a marble appears at his fingertip, an intense purple color that hurts to look at, energy of concentrated destruction.
Disappear. Become atoms.
Drops the marble and touching the invisible ground of the dimension, the reality broke. Not exploding, imploding. The color of the sky was red, sky folding on itself. The dimension cracks like a crushed egg. Daishenka creates a portal to exit with delight.
Yes, this is the power that'll overcome the Omni King.
The prison of oblivion collapses into nothing. Vegeta floats on the white void, laughing, a laugh promising the end of everything. Goku lands in the courtyard with Capsule Corporation. His gray robe returns to normal. Eyes, still white and golden, soften when seeing his family.
Goku, we thought you were dead! Beerus and Vegeta, them...
I know, Bulma. I've seen everything. Beerus sacrificed himself and Vegeta. Goku looked at the sky to see an invisible point in space.
Dad? Vegeta, is he alive?
He's alive, but he's not Vegeta we know. He's changed. His soul, it's like a black hole.
Goku, that power. What happened to you? I don't feel your ki, it's like you're a ghost.
I had to leave my ki behind, Piccolo. To face Daishenka, I couldn't be immortal, or a god. I had to be the law of the universe. But there's a price. I'm sorry. I'm moving away. Their voices sounded far, their faces. I have to make an effort to remember them.
Grandpa!
Goku looked down, touching his granddaughter. Her eyes blink and turn black again for a second. Humanity returns to him briefly. Don't worry, I'm here. As long as you're here, I'll remember who I am. Suddenly the sky began to lighten after Mojito's defeat. Darkness again. This time not red, but black. Absolute darkness swallowing the stars. A projection appears in the sky. It's Daishenka.
Inhabitants of Universe 7, Goku, I see you've rejected the initial purge. You threatened my son Mojito. Congratulations, you're an Omega-level threat.
Daishenka, get over here! Get down and face me!
Patience, Goku. Our meeting is inevitable, but first you must face the consequences of your sins. You created rivals. You instilled the desire of power. Now reap what you sow.
The image of Daishenka changes to Vegeta. He's the new Vegeta. Empty eyes and dark marks.
Vegeta, what have they done?
Dad!
I present to you the King of Destruction. His mission is not to kill you, Goku. That would be too quick. His mission is to destroy what gives you strength. King Vegeta is heading to Namek right now, destroying the Dragon Balls. No, you scumbag! Don't you dare! He's on his way, and if you save them, Goku, you'll have to fight your best friend. You will have to kill him, or destroy everything you love. Let the real game begin.
The projection fades, leaving Goku thoughtful. I have to go. Now!
I'm coming with you!
No! Gohan! You're the last who can protect the Earth if they send more angels! You and Broly are the last defense! I will go to Namek and bring Vegeta back. I promise! Even if I have to beat him to get that darkness out!
Save him, Goku, but don't kill him!
Goku nods, his body glowing with the white and golden light. He raises his hand and tears the space-time, creating a portal to Namek. Hang in there, Vegeta. I'm coming. Goku crosses the portal and disappears. Gohan stares at the sky, clenching his fists until they bleed. Everybody get ready. The war's just begun. The planet Namek, known for emerald skies and blue waters, no longer existed. What was left was a dying sphere engulfed in dark violet flames. The three suns of Namek were being eclipsed by a cloud of black ash covering the stratosphere, if the planet itself was covered by a funeral shroud. The village of the great patriarch Muri, the silence was absolute. No shouting because there was no one left to shout. The snail-shaped houses were crushed. Scariest thing wasn't the physical destruction, but the feeling of emptiness. Where there was life before, there were gaps in reality now. In the middle of the central plaza, floating over the charred remains of the Namekian warriors, was the destroyer King Vegeta. Appearance was a blasphemy against his former nobility. His skin was pale as cold marble, furrowed by pulsating black veins. Dark violet hair fell heavy, long over the back. On his bare chest, the Z mark of the fallen angel shone with an evil radiance. In his eyes, bottomless cesspools that devoured the light. In his hand, holding the Muri by the neck, the Namek elder was barely breathing. Tell me where you hid the spheres.
Never. The spheres are hope. Your despair. Hope's a lie that the weak tell themselves in order not to commit suicide. I will free you from her.
Vegeta tightened his grip. The corrupted Haki energy beam disintegrated Mori's neck. The space above the village was torn at this time, with no sound of teleportation or sonic boom. It was as if someone had cut a cloth with a sharp razor. A crack of white and golden light appeared in the air. From the crack, Goku descended, gray robe fluttering, immaculate despite the ash. The white eyes with the golden ring immediately landed on Vegeta. Goku's presence pushed the violet flames back, creating a circle of calm around the plaza.
Let him go, Vegeta!
Vegeta turned his head, seeing Goku, a grotesque smile drawn on his face, showing sharp teeth. He released Mori, who fell on the ground panting.
Kakarot, or should I say the Enlightened One. Daishiken showed me what you did on Earth. You defeated Mojito. Impressive for a mortal.
I didn't come to fight you. I came to take the darkness out of you. I know you're still in there.
In there? I am darkness, asshole! The Vegeta you knew was weak, bound by morals, family, and the fear of being surpassed. This one is me, the king who takes everything and asks for nothing.
Vegeta raised his hand. A black sphere of destruction formed.
Let's see if your Omni power could stand the erasure of history.
Vegeta didn't launch the sphere, he detonated it in his hand, turning into a human comet of destructive energy. He lunged at Goku at a speed that exceeded the reaction time of the gods. Goku didn't move, he raised his forearm. The impact disintegrated an entire mountain range miles away. The ground beneath them sank down in the planet's mantle, creating an instantaneous lava ocean. Goku stopped Vegeta's punch with his wrist, but Goku frowned. Where Vegeta's energy touched his robe, reality flickered.
This Haki's not normal. He's not trying to destroy me. He's trying to destroy the concept of my existence. If I let my guard down for a millisecond, he'll erase me from everyone's memory.
What's going on? Does it hurt? I can feel your authority trembling at my hunger.
Vegeta spun and launched a downward kick. Goku blocked it, but the force caused him to plunge into the lava. Vegeta gave him no respite. He began to bombard the magma sea with thousands of spheres of corrupted energy.
Reign of extinction!
The planet cracked. The core of Namek was unstable. From the lava, a white column erupted, scattering Vegeta's attacks. Goku emerged without a burn. His gaze wasn't passive, it was severe.
Enough!
Goku disappeared and reappeared in front of Vegeta inside his guard. He placed an open palm on his chest just above the cursed mark.
Omni Purification!
A golden light flooded his body. The corrupted Saiyan shouted, arching his back. Black smoke began to come out of his pores. For a second, Vegeta's left eye regained its normal black pupil.
Kakarot! Kill me!
But then the mark on his chest flashed with violence and Daishiken's voice echoed from the mark.
The contract is absolute.
The darkness returned with double force, expelling Goku with a shockwave that sent him flying across 3 continents.
Don't try to save me, it's insulting.
Vegeta looked down where Mori was trying to crawl into the cave. In the cave, 7 giant orange spheres were glowing.
There they are, the Dragon Balls. Daishiken did say they're the source of hope. I'll destroy them and break your spirit.
Vegeta descended towards them, charging a final attack. He was about to throw his Haki over the giant 4-star sphere.
Goodbye to your wishes, Kakarot.
But the attack never came. Time stopped. The flames stopped moving. Lava froze in the air. Even Goku, flying at a full speed, was suspended in temporary amber. The black and violet sky of Namek was torn. This time it wasn't a small crack. The sky opened up like a giant islet, revealing an infinite golden abyss. From it, pressure descended, so immense that Vegeta's corruption shrank inside his body. 2 gigantic eyes, like golden suns, appeared in the sky looking down, and then a claw. Ethereal, translucent, golden claw the size of a continent descended and covered the Dragon Balls, protecting them. The voice echoed not in the air, but in the atomic structure of the universe.
Miserable creature!
The frozen time was broken, but pressure remained. Vegeta fell, crushed by gravity. Goku landed looking at the sky, amazed.
Sama, you came?
Zalma's protection didn't fully manifest as the planet would not support the real presence, but essence. A humanoid dragon head had formed of stardust and golden light, materialized above the clouds.
I've observed how angels play being gods. I have watched how they break the balance, but dare to destroy my creations, erase the concept of desire. It's an insult I won't tolerate.
Vegeta, trembling, got up. His corrupt pride did not allow him to kneel, even before the Dragon God.
Are you Zalama? Ha ha ha! Another old obsolete god. Daishinkan gave me the power to surpass the creators. Your spheres are garbage.
Vegeta, in absolute madness, threw a blast of energy at the face of Zalma's avatar. The attack hit the cheek and faded without leaving a scratch, and Zalma didn't even blink.
You're like an ant screaming at a hurricane, Prince. Your power is borrowed. Your soul an empty shell of heavenly filth.
Zalma turned eyes towards Goku.
They are Goku. I gave you the power of authority to correct this. I see your mortal heart makes you doubt. You're trying to cure this thing.
He's my friend. I'm not gonna kill him.
Your friend doesn't exist anymore. You see a tumor of reality. If you don't remove it, it will grow. I propose an ultimatum, Flame Bearer. You have 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
If you haven't neutralized him in 5 minutes, I will breathe out my breath on this sector myself. I will delete Namek, this Destroyer King. You, if you're still here. I will not allow my sphere to be desecrated by Daishinkan's dirty hands.
The golden sky shone brighter, heat increasing. Zalma uploaded the cosmic erase. Goku looked at Zalma, then Vegeta. The situation gone from critical to impossible. He had to defeat an immensely powerful Vegeta without killing him, and had to do it before the Dragon God decided to incinerate the galaxy out of sheer annoyance.
5 minutes? I don't need that much time to kill you, Kakarot, and then I'll skin that giant lizard.
Vegeta created a dark key sword in his hand and threw himself against Goku. I'm sorry, Vegeta. I'm gonna have to be rude. Goku crossed his arms, his gray robe tensed. Kaioken Omni! Infinite! It wasn't Kaioken Red. It was a layer of white light that superimposed his body, vibrating on a frequency that made reality cry. Goku disappeared. Vegeta couldn't follow him. He appeared behind Vegeta and hit him on the back of the head with the chant of the hand. Vegeta didn't fall. His neck bent, but he rearranged himself with a sickening crack. Corruption kept him together. He turned and plunged his energy sword into his shoulder. Gah!
Your mercy's weakness.
Goku grabbed the energy blade with his bare hand, bleeding golden light instead of red blood.
It's not weakness, it's who I am.
Goku grabbed his head with both hands and gave him a brutal headbutt. His forehead against Vegeta's. The impact created a shockwave, clearing the planet's ash clouds. Vegeta stepped back, stunned.
3 minutes, Goku. My patience is short.
Goku knew the physical blows weren't enough. Daishinkan, feeding Vegeta from another dimension, had to cut the cable. Goku flew to the sky, moving away from Vegeta. He held up both hands. He started tracing symbols in the air with his fingers. The symbols glistened and stayed flowing. They were ancient ruins, the language of Zalma that Goku had unconsciously absorbed in the Crucible.
What are you doing? Magic tricks?
Vegeta charged his final attack.
Final flash, ego extinction.
A beam of black and violet energy as wide as a continent aimed at Goku. It's not magic. It's sealed. Zalma, take this as my answer. Goku pushed the symbols forward. Seal the primordial star. Divine disconnection. The golden symbols flew and surrounded Vegeta's flash, ending, and suddenly stopped the attack. The symbols disarmed him. They turned destructive energy into harmless particles and hit Vegeta's chest, forming a circle on Daishinkan's mark.
What have you done? I don't feel the High Priest.
The endless flow of dark power was cut off. Vegeta fell. Destroyer King transformation began to flicker, returning to his base form, then to the corrupted form in a painful cycle of instability. Goku came down panting, using the runes that had drained much of his authority. Cut off your supply, Vegeta. Now it's just you and your own darkness. Fight against her. But Vegeta, instead of thanking, laughed, broken and manic.
Did you cut off the supply? You idiot, Kakarot. The Shaken didn't give me power. It contained what was growing inside of me.
Vegeta's chest bulged. The mark of the Z began to bleed a black and vicious substance that touched Namek's floor. Where the substance touched, the transmuted planet became. It wasn't destroyed, it was corrupted, turning rock into raw flesh and eyes.
Oh, interesting. You've broken the seal, Goku. What was inside your friend is not angelic power, but a seed of negative universe. Something that existed before Zeno.
What? Vegeta's body exploded into a tentacled mass of shadows and energy. No longer a Saiyan, he opened the door to a dimension of horror.
Help me, Kakarot. Time's up.
Zama opened his mouth, a white light accumulating, and his breath of erasure. Goku stood between the Dragon God and that monstrosity. Wait!
Move away or burn!
Goku floats between the forces, Zama's breath and the expansion of the negative universe sprouting from Vegeta's body. The sky began to cease. It was replaced by two tides of power that defied mortal comprehension. Above, Zama's breath of erasure descended like a cataract of white, silent light. Not heat, denial of existence. His touch simply ceased to have been. No noise, no ashes. From below, the abomination Vegeta became belched as an oily, slimy tide. It was a negative seed, cancerous expansion of the anti-universe that sought to devour reality and replace it with chaos and blinking eyes. In the middle, a lonely gray dot of gold. Goku. Goku didn't adopt a fighting stance. He extended both hands on the sides, palms open toward the sky, the others towards the earth. His white ringed eyes glowed with an intensity that eclipsed the flames of a dying planet. Omni Authority! Division of Horizons! He didn't use ki to push, he used his new authority to rewrite the coordinates of space around him. A great rumble would resound through the universe. Zama's white light hit an invisible barrier over Goku's head and bifurcated, deflecting into deep space where instantly he erased two dead moons and a distant nebula. Vegeta's oil slick crashed into the lower barrier. Corruption shrieked at the touch of Goku's authority, recoiling like acid on divine metal. Namek trembled. The crust fractured, leaving islands of floating rock above an exposed core of magma. Zama's avatar slightly recoiled. Solar eyes narrowed.
You have diverted my judgment, mortal. Impressive. Your authority is finite. The corruption of your friend is not.
Goku fell on one of the floating rock islands, his gray tunic torn. Deflecting a direct attack from the Dragon God consumed a terrifying amount of his Omni energy. In front of him, the black mass bubbled and reformed. He no longer had a human form. It was a 10-meter tower of dark muscle, sharp tentacles, and multiple violet eyes that were spinning madly. In the center of the mass, barely visible, was Vegeta's upper torso, like a fly in amber, with the mark of a fallen angel glowing on his chest.
Kakarot! It's the hunger! The hunger!
Hang in there, Vegeta, I'm gonna get you out, even if I have to tear that thing piece by piece! As Namek lay dying, the earth held its breath. In the Capsule Corporation, Gohan looked at the sky. Despite the galaxies away, his connection with his father and the disturbance in the universal key made him nauseous. Dad is using the power I don't get! Vegeta's energy is like a disease!
We can't distract ourselves, Gohan. Daishinkan's not finished. Mojito was just the appetizer.
As if responding to his words, the sky began to lighten, turning a sickly purple color. The clouds swirled in a vortex over the city. It wasn't just one ship this time. There were multiple portals opening simultaneously. From them, no graceful angels descended. Nightmares. Two giant figures emanating ki of destruction so dense the air became toxic. Eyes blank, minds erased, turned into Daishinkan puppets. Ewan and Arak were the gods of destruction. They're the gods of destruction, but they look evil. They're corrupt like Vegeta. Daishinkan's using them as biological weapons. Ewan, the hairy beast, opened his mouth and roared. The sound broke windows in the western capital. A sphere of corrupted haki formed on its jaws. Piccolo, 17, 18! Protect the civilians and Mom! Get down! Trunks with me! Gohan's aura burst into red and white beast mode. Silver-length hair. There was no hesitation. Gohan shot into the sky like a missile, intercepting Haki's sphere before it was fired. Gohan kicked that sphere into the stratosphere, detonating it, staining the sky black. Arak, the second god, took advantage of this and attacked Piccolo with destructive energy whips. The war for land had begun. In Namek, the physical battle was brutal and one-sided. Goku was moving at light speed, hitting Vegeta's monstrosity with loaded fists of Omni authority. Each blow disintegrated meters of dark flesh and tentacles. "Get out of there, Vegeta!" Goku ripped the tentacles, trying to crush them, and threw a Kamehameha Omni at the center mass. The attack punctured the creature, leaving a smoking hole 10 meters. But the negative seed was relentless. The dark matter regenerated instantly, closing the wounds faster than Goku could give them, and every time he regenerated, the creature became bigger, denser, and adapting to Goku's power. Faster tentacles than before caught Goku by the limbs, pinning him in the air. Corruption burned his robe, trying to infect his skin. "Join in! To us, Kakarot! The void! It's peace!" Vegeta's face embedded in the beast's chest, stared at Goku with dead eyes. Goku struggled, physical strength immense, not something he could beat into submission. Zalama watched, impassive, his ultimatum hanging over their heads. "My external attacks will work! It's regenerating the energy of the negative universe. If I use more power to disintegrate it, it'll kill Vegeta!" Corruption began to cover Goku's face. He felt the chill of emptiness trying to enter his mind, whispering for him to give up. Goku looked at his dead eyes of his friend trapped in the mass. He recalled Zama's words. "Your friend doesn't exist anymore. What you see is a tumor." "No, you're wrong. He's there." Goku stopped resisting. Instead, he reversed the flow of his power. He expelled energy to defend himself and began to absorb the reality around him. His body shone with a blinding white light. Tentacles were not burned, they were absorbed in his skin. "If I can't get you from the outside, I'll come in and get you." Goku pushed himself forward, not to escape but dive in. He lunged straight at the monstrosity's chest, towards where Vegeta's body was. The black mass swallowed him. "Foolish, you have voluntarily entered the domain of antimatter. Now not even your authority will be able to protect you." The monster roared, a sound of triumph and pain as its form convulsed, digesting the Saiyan that had dared to enter its core. Namek was silent except for bubbling lava and the expectant gaze of the Dragon God. Goku had managed to enter the corrupt energy that had consumed Vegeta. Goku hoped to find organs or dark energy. Instead, he found memories, but they were rotten memories. He saw Vegeta exploding over and over again in a loop of silent fire. He saw Nappa dying, Trunks being ran through by Cell, Bulma's face, but her eyes were sewn shut and was crying black blood. The negative pressure inside the negative sea wasn't trying to crush Goku's body, it was trying to erode his identity. Voices whispering, "Give up. Effort is pain. Forgetting is peace." "I won't listen! I know you're here, Vegeta!" Goku swam through the darkness. His Omni authority acted as a shield, burning corruption on contact. But for every meter he advanced, the void became denser. Finally, he got to the core. It was a grotesque throne room of obsidian bones and broken glass. On the throne, sitting with his head down, was Vegeta. It wasn't the giant monster outside. He was Vegeta in his base form. Small, vulnerable, chained to the throne by thorns sticking to his chest, right where the mark of the fallen angels was. "Vegeta!" Goku landed in front of the throne. Vegeta raised his head, eyes empty, black holes leading to nothing. "Why have you come, Kakarot? There's nothing to save here. Daishoken was right. I was always just an accumulation of envy disguised as pride." "That's a lie! Daishoken showed you fears, not your truth." "My truth? I just hate you. I hate you for being better. I hate you for being the first. If I go with you, I'll be number 2 again. Here, in the nothingness, I'm the only one." The thorns on Vegeta's chest glowed. Corruption tried to attack Goku, materializing shadow spears. Goku not flinching, the spears disintegrated at the touch of his white aura. "You hate me, Vegeta. That's what the seed wants you to believe. What you feel is fire. It's the desire to surpass yourself. And that fire is what makes you the strongest warrior I know." Goku extended his hand towards him. "Get out of here. The Dragon Zalama's gonna erase us. If you want to die being a slave to Daishoken, stay. But if you want to prove that you're the king of the Saiyans, get up and fight with me." Vegeta's empty eyes blinked. A violet spark, very small, appeared on the background of the blackness. Goku was fighting for Vegeta's soul. Earth was fighting for its physical survival. The capital of the West was in ruins. The destroyer god Ewan turned into a beast which matted hair and blind fury was rampaging through the central district. Arak was throwing energy whips that cut buildings like butter.
Don't let them join in! If they combine their Haka energy, the planet will explode!
Gohan was a silver blur at red speed. He intercepted a punch from Ewan that was aimed at a civilian shelter. The impact plunged Gohan into the asphalt but stopped the giant.
Goten! Trunks! Distract Arak! Piccolo and I'll take care of the furry one!
Understood. Come on, Goten! Goten and Trunks raised their ki to the max. They did not merge. There was no time for dancing. They worked at perfect synchronicity.
Final destructive glow!
2 rays of violet energy hit Arak in the face, momentarily blinding him. Meanwhile, Irwin roared and shot an energy beam out of his mouth at point-blank range at Gohan. You won't! Piccolo turned giant, catching his jaws with massive hands, forcing the mouth to close. The explosion occurred inside the corrupt god's mouth. Irwin shrieked, smoke billowing from his nostrils. Now, Gohan, use everything you have! Gohan jumped on Piccolo's back, using him as a launch pad, soaring into the sky, accumulating a terrifying amount of energy on his index finger.
You beastly destroyer!
The lightning was not a thin spiral. It was a drill of red and black light, the thickness of a train. It hit Ewan's chest, piercing through the corrupted divine armor, pinning him to the ground. The beast remained motionless for a second. The black corruption then began to heal the wound.
They regenerate, just like the thing in Namek. That was right. This isn't a strength fight. He's a pest.
At Namek, time was up. Zalma's essence shone with an intensity that made it impossible to look at him directly. The breath of erasure, that cataract of white light that Goku had partially deflected before, was now concentrated on a single point, the black mass where Goku entered. Brave, but useless. The infection should be cauterized. Zalma opened his cosmic jaws. A white sphere of light, small but with the mass of a neutron star, descended. There was no hurry. Erasure was inevitable. The black mass of Vegeta was convulsing. Giant tentacles punching the air, trying to reach the Dragon God, disintegrated before touching him. Inside the mass, the moment of truth arrived.
Come on, Vegeta!
Vegeta was looking at Goku's hand. The voices in his head screaming louder. He hates you. He's looking at you with pity. But Vegeta looked at Goku's face. He saw those new eyes, white and gold. There was no pity. There was expectation. There was a silent defiance. Vegeta remembered something. Not the pain, not the defeat. He remembered the tournament of power. He recalled fighting back-to-back against Jiren. He remembered that without Goku, he would have never reached his own limits. Envy turned into fuel. Me. I'm not a slave! Vegeta grabbed Goku's hand. At that instant, the mark of the fallen angels on his chest exploded. Goku channeled his Omni authority through contact. The white light invaded Vegeta's spiritual body, burning the chains, burning the throne, burning the darkness. Take it out! Vegeta screamed. His violet aura emerged, but this time it mixed with Goku's white light. Outside in the real world, the monstrous mass stopped in its tracks. Cracks of white light appeared in his black skin. Zalma's erasure sphere was only a few meters away from impacting. The monstrosity exploded from within, not an explosion of fire but of pure will. The negative seed was pulverized in an instant. 2 figures shot up, enveloped in a pillar of dual energy, white and violet. The enemy pillar crashed into Zalma's erasure sphere. There was a tense silence. Irresistible force against immovable object. And then, Zalma's sphere was pushed back. The combined will of the 2 Saiyans pierced the Dragon God's attack, scattering it in a shower of harmless lights over the ruins of Namek. The dust settled. Goku was floating in the air, breathing hard, gray robe losing luster. Next to him, Vegeta floated. Vegeta's changed again. No longer was the Black Abomination, he was in Ultra Ego form. No eyebrows, violet hair. But the mark of the inverted Z on his chest was no longer a bleeding black wound. It had healed to a bright white scar. Violet eyes were no longer empty. They burned with a murderous clarity. Zalama lowered his head, watching the two ants that stopped at foot.
They survived. They purged the negative seed without destroying the host. Hey, giant lizard, you almost deleted me. I take that personally.
Vegeta, don't provoke him. We barely have energy.
They have passed the test. Not that of strength, but that of existence. They have proven that their will to be is stronger than the universe's desire to not be.
Zalama began to turn translucent. His body was too heavy to stay any longer in this plane.
I am retiring. The Dragon Balls are safe now. But listen well. Daishenkin has opened a door that cannot be easily closed. The corruption they saw in your friend. It's on its way to Earth. On a larger scale. Goku, your Omni authority is key. Vegeta, your purified destruction's the sword. Use them well.
With one last flash, Zalama disappeared, leaving the sky of Namek empty and dark, but free from the immediate threat. Vegeta looked at his hands. He clenched his fist and felt the power flow. No longer was it Daishenkin's dirty power, but the experience he had left an imprint. His haki now felt heavier, more definitive.
Kakarot, don't think this means I owe you something. You only saved me so that Daishenkin would win.
I know, but I'm glad to have you back, best friend.
Shut up! We have to go to Earth. I can feel the key of those idiots of Ewan and Eric. And Gohan. His key's blinking.
Yes, Daishenkin made a mistake. He let us both live.
Goku raised his hand and tore reality once more, directing a portal to the capital of the West.
Let's get this over with.
Goku and Vegeta crossed the portal, ready to bring war back home. Hope on Earth was measured in seconds. Gohan in beast form had brought down, his body embedded in the rubble of once a skyscraper. The monstrosity above him was the destroyer god Ewan, was raising a fist the size of a truck, dripping acidic saliva and corrupt destruction energy. A few hundred meters away, Orange Piccolo and the androids were kept at bay by Eric's energy whips.
It's over. They're cleaning. It's necessary.
The fist descended. Gohan's eyes closed, unable to lift his arms. The sound was not an impact of flesh, it was the sound of something being cut at a molecular level. Gohan opened his eyes. Ewan's fist had not touched him. In fact, his arm was no longer attached to his body. It had been cut cleanly from the elbow. The beast looked at his stump, confused before the pain registered.
How pathetic.
Floating in front of Ewan with his arms crossed in a look of absolute contempt was Vegeta. But it wasn't Vegeta that had left. His robe was torn, showing his bare chest. There, the white scar where the mark of corruption used to be shone brightly on his skin. His violet dark hair was billowing an aura that wasn't fire, but of gravitational pressure.
Do you call yourself God of Destruction? You're a mad dog that needs to be put down.
Ewan, blind with rage, threw his other arm and shot a bolt of energy out of his mouth. Vegeta didn't move. He just extended his right hand.
Haki, the king's sentence.
A small, compact sphere of violet energy shot out from Vegeta's finger. It pierced through Ewan's lightning bolt, piercing through his arm, striking the god's chest. Ewan froze. His body began to turn to dust, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. The black corruption shrieked as it was purged by pure destruction of Vegeta. In seconds, the giant Ewan disappeared, leaving glowing particles floating in the wind. A few kilometers away, Eric saw his partner fall. Panic seized his corrupt mind. He tried to flee to the sky, but it was blocked. Up there, standing in the air as if it were solid ground, was Goku. His gray and gold tunic was spotless. Eyes white with a golden ring look at Eric, not with anger, but with a judicial calm.
You're not going anywhere.
Eric threw his energy whips at Goku, hundreds of them. Goku raised his hand and snapped his fingers. The space around Eric was solidified. Whips stopped in their tracks and broke like glass. Eric was paralyzed, trapped in a frozen cube of space-time. Goku descended until he was in front of the cube.
Your mind's not there, Eric. I'm sorry. I'll give you a break.
Goku touched the cube. A white light flooded the transparent prison, and Eric gently faded away, erased from existence without pain, returning to the cycle of universal energy. Gohan got up, limping. Piccolo, Trunks, Goten, everyone was looking at the two figures who had just eradicated two gods of destruction in less than a minute.
Dad! Mr. Vegeta! They are too powerful!
The victory seemed absolute. Bulma came out of her shelter crying with relief. Krillin and the others were coming over to celebrate, but Goku and Vegeta didn't move. They didn't let their guard down. Goku was staring at the zenith. Vegeta, teeth clenched, cold sweat running down his temple. Are you sorry, Kakarot?
Yes, the fabric of reality stretched. Something too heavy's coming down.
Suddenly the color of the sky changed. The blue, the red, the clouds. Everything disappeared. The Earth's sky was instantly replaced by an infinite pattern of neon colors. Turquoise, pink, and yellow. The horizon curved unnaturally. The sun turned square. The sound echoed all over the planet, not thunder, a melody, a children's song, simple, repetitive, but played with instruments that sounded like distorted screams. The sky opened up in the center. A ship not descended. The palace descended. A gigantic floating palace of Zeno-sama, shaped like the kanji everything, descended through the Earth's atmosphere, crushing the crowds under its weight. On the edge of the palace, looking down as if they were ants in a glass farm, they were there, the kings of everything, Zeno-sama. There were two of them, the one of the present and the one of the future. But something was wrong. Goku flew up, followed by Vegeta. They stopped at a safe distance from the palace. What they saw made their blood run cold. The two Zenos were sitting on thrones that floated on the edge of the palace, but they were not moving with their usual hyperactive energy. Their football-shaped heads hung laggingly to one side. Eyes. Little black eyes, glassy, covered with a gray film like the eyes of a dead fish. Threads coming out of their backs, not physical, but dark violet energy cables pulsating rhythmically, connected directly to the palace structure and, further back, to a figure standing in the shadows.
Goku, bad. Goku, break up rules. Yes. Goku, dangerous. Delete.
Goku felt a twinge in his chest. He remembered the little friend that had given him the button to call him. He remembered his innocence, even if it was a dangerous innocence. Now, only seeing one victim. From the shadows of the thrones, Daishinkan emerged. The High Priest was wearing a new black robe with the symbol of the Omni Rebellion on his back. His halo floated behind him, black as an eclipse. He was smiling, but not with malice, but with the satisfaction of a master showing his final work. Welcome to the royal audience. His voice was amplified without a microphone, reaching every corner of Earth. They were Goku, Vegeta. They have exceeded my expectations. To purify a negative seed, Zalma must have been generous. Damn you, Daishinkan, look at them! They're dolls! They're the kings of the universe! They were kids with shotguns, Vegeta. Whimsical, unstable. They deleted universes because they were in a bad mood or because they lost a game. That's not order. That's chaos. I've given them purpose, connected their minds to the great truth. Now they only delete what is logically unnecessary. And right now, logic dictates that Universe 7 is a miscalculation.
Let them go, Daishinkan! You have no right to control their souls!
Right? I'm the father of the angels. I maintain the structure. Let's see if your new authority can stop the absolute will. My lords, proceed. Daishinkan pulled the invisible energy threads. Two Zenos raised their small hands in unison. They didn't charge energy. They didn't scream. Their hands glowed with a white light that made the sun look like an extinguished candle.
Disappear. World.
The white light went down. Not lightning, there's a wall of non-existence. The sky disappeared. The air disappeared. The light did not travel, simply, where the wall touched, reality turned into a blank page. Down on Earth, Gohan and the others looked up. They felt no fear. They felt the biological certainty that they had died. It was an ending that they couldn't fight against. Zeno's power was something not even Ultra Ego could challenge. It was the supreme rule of the game. But Goku moved. He didn't run away, he stood directly in the way of the white light wall. Goku closed his eyes. His hands were clasped in a praying position, but with the fingers interlaced outward, an ancient seal that Zalama had showed him in the crucible. Omni Authority, Principle of Permanence! Goku opened his eyes. The golden ring on the irises turned white, expanded not like an explosion, but like a solid shield, a dome of unchanging reality. Zeno's erasure crashed into Goku's dome. The sound was unbearable, a sound of paradox, a force that said you cease to exist colliding with a force that said I decide to exist. The skies fractured. Black cracks appeared in the atmosphere. Revealing the emptiness of the space, the Pacific Ocean was evaporated into a conceptual friction. Goku grunted. Gold blood started coming from his nose and ears, his gray robe beginning to disintegrate, holding the weight of the erasure of 2 Omni Kings.
Is he resisting? No way! Zeno's authority is absolute! Zalama, you old lizard, what did you give him?
Daishinkan moved his fingers, forcing more power through Zenos.
More! Delete it! Delete it all!
The Zenos began to tremble violently. Their small bodies started to crack, light coming out of their mouths and eyes.
Hurts. Ahead. Goku. Goku, stop it!
Goku released one hand from the seal and pushed it forward. He didn't attack Zeno. He attacked the connection. A beam of Omni Authority, thin as a needle, shot outwards the palace, aiming the violet energy threads that bound the kings.
Insolent!
Daishinkan stepped in, creating a supreme angelic level barrier. Goku's lightning struck Daishinkan's barrier. The resulting explosion shook the entire solar system. Jupiter was pushed out of orbit. The moon broke into pieces. On Earth, Vegeta had to create a massive ki shield so that the shockwave wouldn't kill everyone on the surface. The cosmic smoke dissipated. Goku, panting, floating with one knee in the air, exhausted. His body shone intermittently, his form omni-unstable. Upstairs, Zeno's palace had a gigantic crack running through the middle. Daishinkan was standing with a singed robe and an expression of cold fury. He blocked the attack, but the effort disconnected the Zenos, who were now hanging unconscious on their thrones. Daishinkan looked at Goku, then the damaged Zenos. He calculated the odds. If he kept forcing the Zenos, they might break before erasing Goku. And without Zeno, his plan wouldn't work.
You've gained time, Son Goku. You managed to draw the power of a king. I admit you're an anomaly that needs to be rectified with a greater care.
The palace rose, receding into a pocket dimension.
Don't celebrate. It's not a battle, it was a stress test. Now I know your limits. Your omnipotent authority wears you down. My army is infinite. My kings are absolute. Enjoy your broken planet. I'll be back when the big lineup is complete. And then, even Zalama won't save you. Don't run away, you coward!
Vegeta fired, but the palace had already disappeared, leaving only the chest sky slowly fading to become a blue sky again, albeit full of atmospheric scars. Goku fell, his transformation undone. Black hair with white tips went to normal black. His gray tunic faded, leaving him the remnants of his orange trousers. Vegeta caught him in the air before he hit the ground. They landed in the ruins of the western capital. Gohan, Piccolo, and the others ran towards them.
Goku, Vegeta! No! Are they gone?
They withdrew, but they'll come back.
Goku opened his eyes, pale, more deadly than ever.
Zeno! They're suffocating! I could feel it when I collided with their power! They're screaming inside!
Goku, you stopped the erasure of existence. That shouldn't be possible.
I didn't stop it, Piccolo. Alone. I put my foot on the door so it wouldn't close. But Daishinkan's right. I'm getting worn out. The power of Zalama's not infinite for a human.
Gohan looked at his own hands, trembling. He felt useless. Despite his beast mode, despite all his power, he'd been a spectator in the battle of the gods.
We have to get ready. We can't depend on Dad and Vegeta. If Daishinkan brings this whole army of angels...
We need to recruit Broly, Granola, the warriors of the other universes who have survived. Jiren, if this is a war against the throne, we need an army of heretics.
Goku sat up with a faint smile on his face.
You're right, Vegeta, but first, does anyone have an energy seed? I'm hungry.
Despite the horror, a small nervous laugh ran through the group. They were alive for now, but in the sky, the broken moon was a permanent reminder the next time the sky changed color, it would be the end. There was no time to rest, not even eat the hermit seed that Goku ordered. Their sky, though it was blue, vibrated static that made everyone nervous. In the ruins of the Capsule Corporation, Shin, the supreme Zeno-sama of Universe 7, appeared. He fell to the ground, divine clothes soaked in blood. Goku, Vegeta, it's a massacre. Daishinkan didn't wait. While attacking Earth, he sent his heralds to the other universes. Vegeta grabbed Shin by the collar, lifting him up. Speak clearly. Who are the heralds? What happened to the other warriors? The Pale Legion. They're creatures created by the energy of the fallen angels. No soul, no pain. They've gone to hunt the strongest warriors. They know that you'll be looking for allies. They're eliminating the resistance before it's formed. The Universe 6, it's fallen. Hit the Saiyans. I couldn't feel his ki after the attack. I still managed to feel 2 pockets of massive resistance. One of Universe 11 and the other of a marginal planet on 7. The planet Vampa. They're attacking Broly. And Jiren must be fighting in the 11th. Goku stood tired but forgetting by adrenaline rush. We can't lose them. They're the only ones who can fight at our level. We'll split up. You go to Universe 11, and teleporting is faster. Get Jiren out of there, dead or alive, I don't care, but bring him in. And you? I'll go to Vampa. Broly's a ticking time bomb. If the Pale Legion puts too much pressure on him, he could destroy the entire galaxy before Daishinkan. We need his tamper. Gohan, Piccolo, you're the last line of defense here. If we come back and Earth is gone, he'll be here, Dad. Go! We need all the powerful beings. Shin touched Goku and Vegeta's shoulder. My energies are exhausted, but I can still open 2 single-use portals. Planet Vampa has always been hostile, but now it's a slaughterhouse. The yellow-green sky covering repulsive dark energy slowly destroying the planet. In a canyon, Broly was roaring. He wasn't the controlled Broly training on the planet Beerus. He was a beast, wild with dilated pupils and power overflowing around him. In front, dozens of soldiers descending. Similar to humans, but their power to face even the god of destruction and appearance was completely white like a porcelain statue. A great beast roared. He was able to disintegrate multiple soldiers of the Legion. Behind him, Chilai and Lima were hiding, shooting uselessly their laser guns. There are too many of them! They're regenerating! The soldier, bigger than the others with mechanical wings, swooped into the cave, ignoring Broly, his spear pointed at Chilai's chest. I won't let them get hurt! His green aura shot up into the sky. Broly intercepted the soldier midair, grabbing his head and smashing it against the wall, dragging his face over hundreds of meters of rock. 3 more soldiers appeared in the back, plunging light spears into Broly's shoulders and legs. Gah! This'll make me stronger, damn it! The pain made him stronger. Broly spun, creating a shockwave that decapitated the attackers. From the sky, a figure descended, clapping his hands. It was Korn, the Angel of Universe 8. His appearance was impeccable, eyes black and corrupted. Fascinating. A beast that turns pain into power. Daishinkan was right. Your potential's infinite, and that's why you must die. Korn held up a finger. A ray of divine light, thin as a thread, pierced his chest right next to the heart. Broly fell spitting blood. The difference being immortal, however strong, and an angel was absolute. Goodbye, monster. Korn changed the sphere of energy to disintegrate it. A violet flash crossed the horizon. A flying kick hit Korn in the neck, throwing him against a mountain. Get up, insect. I don't give you permission to die. Broly looked at Vegeta, yellow eyes full of confusion and fury. Go, Vegeta. Listen, Broly, don't fight to protect. Makes you slow. Fight to destroy. Turn your fear for that girl into pure hatred for them. Korn emerged, floating, immaculate. He wiped the dust off. Vegeta, traitor who plays God. And you're Korn, the analyst. You're always the most arrogant of the brothers. Let's see if your analysis predicted this. Vegeta launched into the attack. The match was a blur of speed. Vegeta Ultra Ego standing up to a corrupt angel. Korn dodged with the doctrine of the angels. Ultra Natural Instinct, moving without thinking. Vegeta was taking the punches on purpose to increase his power, laughing with every broken bone.
Hockey!
Vegeta fired that attack at Korn, deflecting the energy with his staff.
Gross, your destruction is messy.
While Vegeta kept the Angel busy, the Pale Legion regrouped to attack Chi-Lai again. Hundreds of soldiers rushed the cave. Broly saw it, saw Vegeta bleeding, and saw Chi-Lai screaming. Something broke. Not fear, restriction. The Vampa sky darkened. Green rays began to fall, destroying ships. The ground rose up. Broly screamed, and the sound broke the eardrums of the Legion's soldiers for miles. His hair bristled, turning greenish gold. Muscle mass doubled. Eyes went blank. Legendary Super Saiyan.
Kakarot's not here to stop you. Do it! Destroy everything!
Broly propelled himself against everything in his path, torn apart by speed. He grabbed the Legion army. No technique, only carnage. Broly grabbed two soldiers and used them as sledgehammers to hit others. He opened his mouth and fired a huge energy attack that vaporized half the army in a second. Korn, the Angel, looked down, distracted by the power spike.
Your ki, is it going up? It has no roof. Rookie mistake.
Taking a disadvantage of his distraction, Vegeta appeared behind Korn, holding him tightly by the neck.
Now, Broly, shoot me if you have the guts.
Broly, blinded with rage, turned towards the sky. He saw Vegeta and the Angel. Not distinguishing friend from enemy, he saw one goal. Opened his mouth, a green sphere the size of a moon formed in a microsecond. The lights went off. Vegeta let go of Korn the last second and propelled himself down. Korn tried to block with his staff.
Angelic shield!
Broly's lightning struck. The shield lasted 5 seconds before breaking. The attack engulfed the Angel of Universe 8. Energy so dense and chaotic it nullified the automatic evasion technique. Korn was dragged into deep space, screaming as a mortal body was atomized over and over by the legendary Saiyan's infinite fury. Vampa was burning. Universe 11 silent, one of death. Goku appeared on the Pride troops, or what was left of him. Futuristic cities were smoking craters, bodies of soldiers everywhere. In the center, there was a spherical red energy barrier. Inside, there was Jiren. Jiren was meditating, not a peaceful one. He was sweating with cracks in his gray skin. Outside the barrier, beating it rhythmically with a hammer of divine energy, was Margarita, the Angel of Universe 11 with her two characteristic pigtails and a demented smile on her face. Knock knock, Jiren, come out to play. Topo's dead. Dispo's already dead. There's only you. Isn't it lonely to be the strongest?
I won't let go out and die in your terms, witch. I'm accumulating for a single blow.
Oh, how sweet.
Margarita raised her crozier.
Time's up. Judgment of the pigtails. Divine guillotine.
A blade of energy descended, ready to split the barrier and Jiren in two. Jiren knew he didn't have the energy to block it. He prepared for the end. The powerful blade stopped inches from the barrier. Jiren looked over the barrier. Standing was a figure holding the blade with one hand, muscles tense, eyes black with white flashes.
You're late, Son Goku.
I'm sorry, I had a few inconveniences. I was struggling.
Margarita cocked her head, corrupt eyes analyzing Goku.
The mortal who defied my father. You smell strange, like an old dragon.
You smell rotten.
He was serious. Goku went down, standing back to back with Jiren. The red light dissipated.
Jiren, I need your help. The multiverse is ending.
I noticed. His aura of red fire ignited, shaking the planet.
Topo died protecting me. My justice? He has failed.
Then don't fight for justice. Fight for revenge or survival. I don't care. But fight.
Jiren clenched his fists, muscles expanding.
Okay, let's kill an angel.
Margarita laughed, multiplying 10 copies of herself.
What fun! Two mortals against perfection. Dance for me.
Goku agreed to the Ultra Instinct. Jiren released his hidden power. The two strongest warriors of the Tournament of Power launched themselves against a fallen angel. Energies clashed, causing stars near the planet to turn off. To Vampa, Broly's lightning dissipated, a hole in the atmosphere that showed in outer space. Vegeta was on the ground, de-transformed, breathing hard. Broly, in his legendary form, was floating, panting, the stream coming out of his skin. His eyes regained their pupils, though they were still golden. Confused, looking at his hands. Chi-Lai ran out of the cave.
Broly!
Broly came down. Seeing Chilai safe, his musculature shrank slightly. He returned to his base form, falling exhausted. Vegeta stood spitting blood, walking towards Broly. You did well. You didn't lose your mind. You led the attack.
Where to?
Vegeta looked up at the sky. The dark energy vanished as the angel was defeated. To Earth. Let's go to build an army. And you, Broly, you're gonna be the spearhead. Vegeta took a device out that Shin gave him. Hold on, we're leaving. A portal opened. Vegeta, Broly, Chilai, and Limo disappeared, leaving a planet scarred by the battle created by the most destructive warrior in history. Gohan in beast mode was thrown back, going through 3 buildings before crashing. Above him, an energy guillotine thrown by General of the Pale Legion was descending on him. Gohan tried to raise his arms but had no ki. The guillotine stopped. A gray muscular firm hand caught her in the air. The red energy exploded, vaporizing the guillotine and the Pale General in a second. Jiren was there. He didn't say anything. Eyes shone, spun on axis, and released a punch in the air. The wind pressure generated so brutally it was clear an entire venue of enemies, disintegrating them by friction. Get up! This isn't the end! Before Gohan could respond, the sky roared. 2 comets, one violet and one green, fell from the stratosphere at lightning speed, hitting the center of the army like bombs. The shockwave lifted the ground of the city, left a crater, Vegeta holding 2 elite soldiers by the neck, squeezing, heads exploding. Garbage! In the right crater, Broly roared, mouth shooting a beam of green energy sweeping the horizon, incinerating ships and soldiers alike. In the center, out of nowhere, Goku, a gray robe fluttering. A corrupt angel tried to stab him. Goku didn't turn. He raised his elbow back, striking the angel in the solar plexus with such precision that the divine armor shattered. The angel shot out, spitting blood. 4 titans reunited. There were no greetings, no plans. The sky above solidified in a glass dome and later exploded. Millions of fragments of sky fell, and with them the Pale Legion. A vertical invasion, hundreds of thousands of porcelain soldiers plummeting, spears pointed at the necks of the warriors. Break the line! Don't give me orders! Multiple hockey! Vegeta held out both hands. Hundreds of spears of destruction came firing out like a machine gun. Each sphere found a target and erased it. It was a dance of annihilation. Vegeta laughed, power increasing in the combat, enjoying the damage he took from the enemy's spears to return it multiplied by 10. Broly didn't use techniques. Violence. He jumped into the enemies, grabbing one soldier by the leg and using him as a bat to smash 20 others. In the way, you puppets are no match for us. Jiren crossed his arms, eyes brightly, Omega Impact. He didn't move, but a wall of invisible explosions exploded 1 kilometer radius. The Pale Legion soldiers would fall in their kill zone. Jiren walked forward and the army break or die. Goku in the center was a ghost. 3 corrupt angels attacked him simultaneously. He dodged his staff, deflected an energy sphere, and kicked Cognac in the face all in the same second. Get real! Vados didn't answer. He threw a bucket of temporary restriction. Goku activated Omni Authority, hand flashed white, hit the bucket, and breaking the time itself. I'm sorry. Goku accelerated, appearing in front of Fords, placing 2 fingers on his forehead. Suspension of consciousness. A shock of authority shut down Vados' mind temporarily. The angel fell unconscious, saved from death but out of combat. The battle in the ground was carnage. Dashaken had more cards. In the main portal, something gigantic descended. Moscow, the robot destroyer god of Universe 3. No longer a machine. Corruption had fused the metal with organic black meat. It was a biomechanical mountain of terror. Over his shoulder, mounted like a horseman, was Kaitla, the mouse god now turned a beast. Damn abominations! Kakarot, take care of the angels! Jiren, Broly, let's go god hunting. Broly saw the rat from Universe 4. Saiyan instincts kicked in. Hair stood up, changed from black to green. Air was heavy and electric. The Super Saiyan appeared once again. Broly lunged at Kaitla. Fists clashed in a shockwave that went through the whole city, toppling the skyscrapers left. Kaitla bit Broly's shoulder. Broly didn't even flinch. He grabbed the rat's whiskers and threw at the Moscow robot. Your metal's weak in the face of force. Jiren changed a punch in his right hand, concentrating ki on a pin-sized spot. Colossal fist of heat. Hit the chest, and impact was dry. Second later, a gigantic hole of fire pierced through his back. The robot god exploded in a shower of black oil and gears. The corruption was persistent. Moscow tried to reform. Vegeta appeared in the sky with his hands clasped.
Don't even dream about it. The final flash. Destroyer!
The golden ray infused with violet hockey particles engulfed the robot's remains and giant rat Kytla. There's no regeneration. They were erased at a subatomic level. Victory was close. 4 Titans were sweeping the battlefield. Gohan and Piccolo were covering the rear, protecting the wounded. Then reality screamed. Not a sound, a vibration that caused Goku to fall to his knees, spitting blood. His Omni transformation flickered.
Ah, my head!
Kakarot, what's the matter?
In the sky, Daishinkan smiled.
The attrition of the Omni Authority is severe, isn't it, Goku? Using the power of Zalama on the mortal bodies, killing you inside. Every time you deny me, you burn a little of your soul.
Daishinkan raised his staff.
It's time to finish this. Activation of the Omni Negative Network. Protocol 0.
The remaining legions stopped. Their bodies glue with a unstable black light. They were self-destructing. Not like bombs, they were turning into miniature black holes.
Damn it, they're gonna implode the planet!
Thousands of black singularities opened up the battlefield, sucking in light, air, and matter.
There are too many of them. If I use Haki on this scale, I'll destroy the Earth.
The black holes would merge into a single gigantic one above the Capsule Corporation. Gravity so intense, Gohan and the others would rise from the ground, being dragged into the nothing.
No, I won't leave!
Goku tried to fly to his white aura off. He fell to the ground on the edge. The black sphere grew. Earth was ending imminently. Just as darkness was about to swallow the city, bubblegum pink ray of light crossed the horizon. Not divine ki, not Haki, magic. Pure ancient chaotic magic. The lightning struck the black singularity and turned her to chocolate? The massive gravity sphere was instantly turned into a giant milk chocolate ball that fell to the ground. Stunned silence, Vegeta blinked, Jiren confused for the first time. In the mountains, a figure flew at absurd speed and landed in front of them, raising a cloud of dust.
Bad Daishinkan! Daishinkan breaks Boo's dream!
Boo looked at Goku and smiled, of sharp teeth and infinite magical power.
Boo angry! Boo is hungry for angels!
Goku from the ground laughed weakly.
You arrived! Just in time.
Boo raised his hands towards the Pale Legion that had self-destructed.
Human extinction reign!
Thousands of pink rays came from his palm. They didn't kill, every ray that turned them into candy, a cookie, or a cake. In seconds, the most feared army was turned into a giant pastry shop. Daishinkan from his projection erased his smile.
Magic of primordial chaos. An unpredictable variable. Annoying.
The High Priest closed the transmission. Sky glass finished breaking and becoming blue again. Jiren looked at Boo, then the giant chocolate ball. Ridiculous. A ridiculous method of winning a battle. Vegeta looked on the ground exhausted.
Don't ask, Jiren. Alone? Don't ask.
Goku got up with the help of Gohan and looking at his allies, a purified destroyer, a legendary beast, an unstoppable Jiren and Majin Buu.
We have our army. Now, let's go for Daishinkan!
At the moment when both warriors were fighting a battle that could change the fate of Earth, this being who presented himself as Bahamut's henchman, this dark entity with a humanoid shape but a bird's head, was going to be surprised by the abilities of the Saiyan warriors. In the middle of the combat, of all the show of strength between both warriors and this dark being, Takagami, with a confused face but confident that his strength was far superior to that of these earthly warriors, thought, "I'm amazed at the strength these earthly beings possess. I guess they deserve to know who'll kill them." Then at that moment he told them with a malevolent smile, he said, "I've been surprised by warriors. That's why they deserve to know my name. I'm Takagami, sacred god of darkness, follower of the supreme god Bahamut." Goku, very surprised of what he's hearing, said, "More gods? This sounds very dangerous and it's exciting."
Bug, shut up! The life of this planet's at risk, and you get excited about a being that's very powerful.
The speed of the combat accelerated as Goku and Vegeta pounced on Takagami. The energy in the air became dense, vibrating with the intensity of the impending confrontation. Takagami, with his dark aura, stood his ground, disdainfully watching the approaching Saiyans.
Do you think you have a chance against the power of darkness?
Goku and Vegeta continued their advance, wasting no time in unnecessary words. In the blink of an eye, they were in front of Takagami, unleashing a gale of blows. Takagami, with surprising agility, dodged many of the attacks, but some managed to land, demonstrating the strength of the Saiyans.
Don't underestimate the power of a Saiyan!
Come on, God of Darkness. Show us what you can do.
Takagami responded to the challenge, unleashing his own fury. His speed and combat skills were amazing, deflecting the blows of Goku and Vegeta with subtle movements. The battle turned into a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and ki blasts, lighting up the sky with flashes of light and darkness.
They're just insects in front of the power of eternal darkness!
Goku in his base state and Vegeta, with their pride as the Saiyan Prince, continued to put pressure on Takagami. However, as the battle progressed, Takagami began to reveal more of his true power. His dark aura intensified and his form subtly changed, revealing a transformation that increased his power exponentially.
This can't be good.
Goku, always excited for a challenge, added,
Vegeta, get ready! This is getting interesting.
Takagami's increased power created an overwhelming pressure on the battlefield. His speed increased dramatically, and his strength eclipsed that of the Saiyans. However, Goku and Vegeta were not intimidated. With determination, they raised their own power of levels, taking the battle to new heights. The fighting continued with swift attacks and explosions shaking the battlefield. Goku and Vegeta, now in more advanced forms, kept up the pace, challenging Takagami at every turn. However, despite his efforts, the sacred god of darkness proved to be a formidable adversary.
This is entertaining, but your resistance is useless. The darkness consumes everything.
Goku and Vegeta, without giving up, exchanged determined glances.
Vegeta, it's time to go further.
Of course, Kakarot.
As Chaos and Ten Shinhan rushed to warn the other Z warriors, the confrontation between Goku, Vegeta, and Takagami entered a new level of intensity. The struggle for the fate of the universe was in full swing. A cosmic battle was raging on planet Earth, where darkness and light collided in a frantic dance of energy. Goku and Vegeta, the brave Saiyans, were facing Takagami, the Falcon, sacred god of darkness. The intensity of the combat resonated in the universe, and every movement threatened to tear reality itself apart. Takagami, who had increased his power, floated in the air with an imposing presence and dark aura. His eyes glowed with malice as he watched the Saiyans, who stood firm, prepared to defend their fate of the planet. In response to their enemies' increased power, Goku and Vegeta channeled their ki to the maximum, raising their power to the Super Saiyan.
Vegeta, this guy's strong, but that only means that this fight will be even better.
Of course, Kakarot. This is our time to shine.
The planet Earth vibrated with the energy released by the three contenders. The distant stars seemed to pale before the magnitude of the conflict. The clouds were dissipated by such a demonstration of power. Takagami, with his increased speed, lunged at Goku with a darkness-laden punch. Goku, using his elasticity and quickness, dodged gracefully, leaving a trail of flashes around him by the speed at which Takagami was lashing out with his nigh-speed punches. Vegeta, with a burst of ki, stepped between Goku and Takagami, blocking an attack that would have been devastating his fellow Saiyan. The shockwave from the collision sent debris in all directions.
I expected nothing less from you, sacred god of darkness.
Takagami defiantly unleashed a series of dark blasts towards Goku and Vegeta. The Saiyans responded with perfect timing, countering each attack with precise strikes and energy waves. The scene looked like a combat symphony, where every movement was choreographed with divine precision. Goku, with a twinkle in his eye, concentrated his energy on his hands. A bluish sphere of energy began to form, growing in size and luminosity. Vegeta, observing the familiar technique, smiled as he recognized the power that Goku was summoning. A colossal energy wave fired by Goku shot through the sky like lightning, hitting Takagami squarely. However, the darkness was absorbing the energy, and the Falcon emerged unscathed, laughing disdainfully.
Is that all you have, Saiyan?
While Goku was recovering from the effort of his attack, Vegeta launched himself at Takagami with supersonic speed. His fist slammed into the Dark God, creating a shockwave that shook the air. However, Takagami responded with a burst of energy that sent Vegeta backwards.
Ah! Damn, this guy's stronger than I thought. Goku, recovering, joined the battle again. Both Saiyans, aware that they were facing a formidable enemy, decided that it was time to take the fight to the next level. Vegeta, how about we show what we can really do? Of course, Kakarot. Let's do it. Goku and Vegeta began to accumulate energy around them. The atmosphere was charged with an intensity of their ki as they unleashed their advanced forms. Goku transformed into the Super Saiyan Blue, while Vegeta assumed his evolved form, the Evolved Blue Super Saiyan. Are they taking each other seriously now? Goku and Vegeta, with their new forms, advanced towards Takagami with renewed determination. The speed and strength of the Saiyans were now incomparable. The impacts resounded like cosmic thunder, creating a symphony of destruction in the sky. The battle became even more intense. Goku and Vegeta, coordinating their movements, attacked Takagami with an impressive combination of techniques and melee attacks. The Falcon, despite its power, was overwhelmed by the ferocity of the Saiyans. Final Flash! The bursts of energy, one blue and one golden, converged into a titanic explosion that engulfed Takagami. Light and darkness mixed in a burst of dazzling colors. However, when the explosion dissipated, Takagami emerged once more, his form slightly battered, but his determination intact. His power is awesome, but I'm a god. The darkness cannot be defeated so easily. Goku and Vegeta, without giving up, continued the offensive. The speed of his combat reached levels that defied comprehension. Punches and kicks were exchanged in a split second, creating a glow of cosmic collisions. Big Bang Attack! Kaioken 20 times! The energy exploded again, shaking the sky with its fury. However, Takagami, with his divine resistance, withstood the attacks. The battle raged across the cosmos, with the warriors disappearing and reappearing in flashes of light and shadow. In the middle of the struggle, Goku and Vegeta began to feel an overwhelming pressure. Takagami's darkness seemed to expand, defying even the limits of the most powerful Saiyans. Reality itself was twisting under the influence of dark energy. This darkness is incredibly strong. We can't back down now, Kakarot. We must get over this. Both Saiyans raised their powers even more. The fight reached a new peak of intensity. The Saiyan was exploding like fireworks in the vastness of the night sky, lighting up the darkness with flashes of determination and defiance. Takagami, at the epicenter of the storm, smiled ominously. Now you'll see the true power of eternal darkness. The universe trembled as the battle reached its climax. The warriors were fighting for the fate of everything they knew, and the question that lingered in space was whether the light of the Saiyans could overcome the darkness of the sacred god. The planet Earth rumbled with the intensity of the cosmic battle. Goku and Vegeta, drenched in sweat, maintained their advanced forms as they prepared for Takagami's next assault. Darkness was emanating from his figure, but something seemed out of place. The Dark God's skin had a grayish hue, as if he had not yet completed the possession of its wearer. Takagami, with a guttural laugh, seemed to notice the perplexity in the Saiyans' expressions. Surprise, Saiyans! I've not yet revealed all my power. Goku and Vegeta exchanged puzzled looks. Something was not right, and both warriors felt it. At that moment, Takagami convulsed. A new form shook, as if he was fighting against something. An invisible force seemed to pull at him from within. No, I haven't taken complete control yet! Suddenly, a burst of dark energy enveloped Takagami, hiding him from view. The Saiyans were on guard, prepared for any surprise. Their energy in the air became denser, as if the cosmos itself was on the verge of transformation. What's going on? Before they could form any more questions, the dark energy dispersed, revealing Takagami's true form. However, what they saw took their breath away. At the moment of arriving at his true form, he let himself see the body he was possessing. This body was Yamcha's. Once the warriors saw that, Takagami completed his bird-headed humanoid form. But now the true form of the sacred god of destruction was clearly revealed. The Falcon's head was clearly shown, with a defined musculature but a thin body, wearing blue Egyptian clothes with gold bracelets and a gold necklace. Huge wings which disappeared and appeared at their whim. Now Takagami had something going for him. He was playing against the Saiyan warriors. Not only should he defeat them, but they should also avoid harming Yamcha. That's what Yamcha looks like!
Takagami's rumbling laughter filled the space. Now completely in possession of Yamcha's body, the Dark God was displaying a malevolent smile.
That's right, Saiyans. This weak body belongs to me now.
Vegeta gritted his teeth furiously.
Damn it! How dare you possess one of us? It's not just one Saiyan. Soon all of you will become Baomut puppets.
The reality of the situation hit Goku and Vegeta, but the force of the cosmic impact, the dark entity they were facing was not only a dark god, but also had the power of possessing earthling warriors. Yamcha, now inside the sacred god of darkness, did not have any sign of consciousness. The god had taken control of his being completely.
Ha 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 ha! There's no escape. Baomut will be released, and this universe will fall into eternal darkness.
Goku and Vegeta shared a determined look. They knew the threat was even greater now. Not only were they fighting a dark god, they were also faced the possibility of losing their friends and allies in this fight.
Vegeta, we have to find a way to free Yamcha and stop Takagami. Of course, Kakarot, but first, we have to deal with this dark god.
The battle continued, but now the situation was more desperate. Takagami, with Yamcha's body, unleashed an unstoppable fury. The Saiyans struggled not only against eternal darkness, but also against the weight of facing one of their own companions. Explosions of energy lit up the sky, but the inner struggle of Goku and Vegeta was equally intense. Every blow, every burst of ki resonated with the promise of freeing Yamcha and saving the universe from the threat of Baomut. But Takagami wasn't going to give up so easily.
Do you think you could beat one of the World Eater's henchmen?
The dark energy intensified in the ultimate form of the sacred god of darkness. Now, the freedom to be able to use all his power launched relentless attacks. Goku and Vegeta, with their advanced forms, were fighting with all their might, but the darkness had a firm grip. The struggle dragged on. Every moment seemed like an eternity. Yamcha, although he was just a contender for Takagami, at one point during the fight showed signs of pain on his face. It was as if his very essence was fighting against the darkness that was consuming her.
Yamcha, hold on! Let's get you out of this!
But Goku's words were lost in the storm. Takagami, with a maniacal laugh, continued his assault. The Earth, witness of this cosmic conflict, trembled before the magnitude of the confrontation between light and darkness. Somewhere far away, Chaos and Ten Shinhan, after learning the other Z warriors about the threat, returned to the battlefield. Seeing the situation, Ten Shinhan's face filled with fury as Chaos clenched his fist determinedly.
Takagami, I'll make sure you pay for this!
Both warriors joined the fight, but even with their abilities, facing a dark god who possessed one of his own would not be so easy. The battle turned into a desperate struggle to face Yamcha and stop Baomut before he was released. During the chaos, Goku and Vegeta shared a look of determination. The darkness could be powerful, but the light of the Saiyans would shine even in the darkest moments. The battle for the fate of the universe was far from over, and Earth's heroes were ready to face any challenges that stood in their way. Taking a trip to the past, one day before the strange artifact was impregnated into Goku's chest, after rescuing his son Goten, Yamcha, oblivious to the imminent danger that was coming, was exploring an ancient Egyptian pyramid during an archaeological expedition. The atmosphere was charged with mystery and the promise of amazing discoveries. Deep inside the pyramid, Yamcha stumbled upon an ancient artifact that was glowing with a dim light. It was an Egyptian bracelet decorated with intricate hieroglyphs. Fascinated by her beauty and attracted by an inexplicable force, Yamcha could not resist and placed the bracelet on his wrist. The moment the bracelet touched his skin, a strange sensation enveloped Yamcha. It was not painful or threatening, but rather captivating. An ancestral connection was established between the earthly warrior and the Egyptian artifact. What Yamcha didn't know was that this artifact contained an ancient power linked to the age of gods and legends. As the light from the bracelet merged with Yamcha, an ancient presence awoke. It was the essence of an ancient god that was lying asleep inside the artifact. However, this being was neither malevolent nor benevolent. It was simply an ancestral force seeking to join a mortal existence, or at least that was what Yamcha felt at that moment. The god, by merging with Yamcha, granted him abilities and knowledge beyond his comprehension. Yamcha felt with a strength and connection to the story itself.
The fusion, although puzzling at first, resulted in a unique symbiosis between the earthly warrior and the divine entity. Yamcha didn't know what the bracelet actually was. Returning to the battle, every moment became more challenging for Goku and Vegeta and the earthly warriors. Takagami, now completely liberated, unleashed a destructive force that tested even the most powerful Saiyans. In an effort to turn the tide of the battle, Ten Shinhan and Chaos joined the fight. Both warriors, aware of the threat possessed by Takagami, threw themselves into the fray bravely. His unique skills and determination added a new dynamic to the conflict, but even with his intervention, the darkness persisted. Ten Shinhan, keep the pressure on. We cannot allow this darkness to take over our world. Ten Shinhan nodded, concentrating his energy on coordinated attacks with Goku and Vegeta. Despite their combined efforts, Takagami remained a relentless adversary. As the battle reached its peak, Goku and Vegeta, exhausted but without losing their determination, shared a look of mutual understanding. They knew they needed an extra power to face Takagami at his finest. Instantly, an idea crossed their minds of the Saiyans' fusion. Vegeta, I know it's not something you prefer, but I think it's our only option.
I don't like to admit it, Kakarot, but I agree with you. If we want to stop this monster, we need all the power we can get.
Both warriors assumed the necessary postures to perform the fusion dance. The energy of Goku and Vegeta intertwined in a brilliant flash, and within seconds, an entirely new warrior emerged. Gogeta in his base form, the supremely powerful fusion of the two Saiyans. It seems the occasion requires it. Now, Takagami, get ready.
So you think a ridiculous fusion will be able to stand up to my power?
Gogeta rushed towards Takagami with amazing speed. The matchup that followed was an unmatched display of skills. Gogeta dodged Takagami's attacks with grace, fighting back with overwhelming force. However, the darkness that enveloped the Dark God proved to be a formidable challenge. During the intense battle, Ten Shinhan and Chaos continued to bravely fight, but the price of a confrontation was already becoming apparent. Takagami, taking advantage of the distraction, launched a devastating attack that left Ten Shinhan and Chaos seriously injured. Goku and Vegeta, seeing their companions in danger, felt a surge of rage. Gogeta redoubled his efforts, attacking with renewed ferocity. However, Takagami, aware of the situation, diverted his attention to Ten Shinhan and Chaos.
Feeling the despair, Saiyans? Soon this world will witness its end.
Goku and Vegeta, full of rage and determination, increased their speed. They knew they needed to do something before Takagami carried out his threats. The battle reached its climax when Gogeta launched a massive attack on Takagami, seeking to break his resistance. However, the darkness surrounding Takagami intensified, revealing a surprise resistance. It was then that Ten Shinhan and Chaos, still on the ground, exchanged a determined look. They knew that whatever they had to do to give Gogeta a chance to defeat Takagami. Goku, Vegeta, you need time. I'll take care of holding this monster.
I'll come with you, Ten Shinhan. Together we'll be the barrier they need.
Goku and Vegeta, although reluctant to lose their friends, went at full speed to avoid what they had in mind. Don't do it! Ten Shinhan! Chaos! Ten Shinhan and Chaos stood up, ignoring the pain coursing through their bodies. With determination, they faced Takagami, resisting his attacks with all their might. Gogeta, seeing the situation, understood the magnitude of the sacrifice they were making. We cannot disappoint this sacrifice. We have to win this. While Ten Shinhan and Chaos bravely fought Takagami, Gogeta continued his assault with the intensity intact. The battle was taking place on two fronts, with the Earth Warriors sacrificing themselves to provide the necessary opening. Goku and Vegeta, as he approached, their hearts were filled with sorrow and gratitude towards Ten Shinhan and Chaos. Gogeta, with supersonic speed, approached the scene where Ten Shinhan and Chaos were bravely facing Takagami. His gaze reflected the mixture of determination and regret, knowing that the sacrifices of his teammates were the key to victory.
Hold on a little longer, guys. Let's put an end to this.
The Saiyan fusion advanced towards Takagami, who, upon seeing Gogeta's arrival, stopped attacking Ten Shinhan and Chaos to confront the fused warrior. The intensity of the battle reached a new level, with attacks and counterattacks echoing across the battlefield. Ten Shinhan, with his remaining strength, took advantage of that distraction to hold Takagami with all his strength, preventing him from moving freely. His face showed determination and resignation at the same time. Chaos, this is your chance! Make every second I hold this monster worth it! Chaos, next to Ten Shinhan, nodded weakly.
His body showed the ravages of the battle, but his eyes were shining with all the will to do the duty.
Tenshinhan is right, Gogeta. The light will always prevail over the darkness. Remember that. Goku, Vegeta, take care of our world. This is our last act.
At that moment, Chaos accumulated an immense amount of energy to sacrifice himself. Gogeta, who was very close, were hit by the shock wave of the explosion. Gogeta, recovering from the impact, looked at the place where his companions were with solemnly.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain. I promise.
After what happened, Gogeta raised his head and with an uncontrollable anger increased his ki in such a way that he made the battlefield rumble, making the stones that were in the place fly, making Takagami retreat only with the gusts of air that expanded from his being. In a panning from head to toe, we managed to see Gogeta's transformation in Super Saiyan Blue Phase 4, which showed the essence of Ozaru as a kind of aura in blue color, and a more controlled but much more powerful version, a transformation never seen, since they were not able to coordinate their powers to be able to reach said transformation. As Gogeta's energy transformed into a surprising and controlled version of Super Saiyan Blue Stage 4, a brilliant blue essence of Ozaru manifested around him, revealing unparalleled potency. The cosmic landscape trembled before the magnitude of this new form. Goku and Vegeta, witness of this unique transformation, were filled with amazement and determination. It was evident that Gogeta was reaching a level of power never seen before, fusing the essence of Super Saiyan Blue with Ozaru's formidable presence flawlessly. Gogeta, in his new form, turned an intense gaze towards Takagami, whose expression of confidence was overshadowed by surprise. The battle, far from having come to an end, was just beginning in this new phase. The universe was waiting for the outcome of this epic confrontation, where light and darkness collided in a cosmic dance. The promise of a new dawn loomed on the horizon, but the price of triumph was uncertain. Gogeta floated in the sky, surrounded by the imposing energy of his new form. The stars seemed to pale before the intensity of his blue radiance, as Takagami recovered from the initial impact and adopted a defensive posture.
What kind of transformation is this? This is the power of those who fight for something greater than themselves.
With a flash, Gogeta disappeared, appearing in front of Takagami in the blink of an eye. The clash of their fists created shockwaves that shook the battlefield. Gogeta's speed and strength were unmatched, surpassing even Takagami's ability to anticipate his blows. Gogeta and Takagami exchanged blows and energy blasts at breakneck speed. Each impact resounded like cosmic thunder, creating an epic symphony on planet Earth.
Your attempt to revive your so-called gods ends here, Takagami. But you're a bug in the face of the greatness of my power.
In an instant, Gogeta unleashed a burst of concentrated energy, enveloping Takagami in a whirlwind of light and force. When the light dissipated, Takagami emerged unharmed, but with a more serious expression.
Interesting, but not enough.
The battle was reaching cosmic levels, with ripples of energy spreading across the far reaches of the universe. Meanwhile, the other Z warriors watched the sky, appreciating Gogeta's great power of display and Takagami's resilience and viciousness. The roar of battle echoed in every corner of the universe. Gogeta and Takagami, wrapped in an endless dance of energy, continued their titanic confrontation. Space twisted and trembled under the influence of their powers, creating distortions itself. Bursts of energy expanded like lightning, illuminating the darkness of the night sky with dazzling flashes. Each blow between the two contenders seemed to release an explosion of energy that spread in concentric waves, setting the frantic pace of the cosmic battle. Away from the battlefield, the others watched in anguish and admiration. Bulma, with a mixture of fear and hope in her eyes, clung to the hope that Gogeta would prevail.
Come on, Gogeta, you must win! For all of us!
Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Gogeta and Takagami continued their fierce exchange. Determination burned in Gogeta's eyes, while Takagami maintained a defiant smile, though his expression hid a growing unease.
This is for the price you pay for defying the peace of the universe!
With a swift movement, Gogeta vanished and reappeared behind Takagami, launching an energy-charged punch straight at his back. But Takagami, anticipating, quickly spun around and blocked the attack with the dark energy shield.
Haha! Is that all you got?
In response, Gogeta intensified his assault, unleashing a continuous flurry of punches and kicks. Each impact resounded like thunder. But Takagami, though outmatched in speed, resisted with his dark power, countering the attacks with deft movements. During the scuttle, Takagami took advantage of the prevalent moment of openness and opened up a launched energy bolt straight for Gogeta's chest. The resulting explosion shook the universe and Gogeta was thrown backwards, leaving a trail of blue energy. Is that all hope can do? Gogeta recovered quickly, stood up with determination. The glow of his transformation increased even more. This is far from over. The battle continued, leading them again to display an ever-increasing amount of power. In this fury, Gogeta unleashed power that defied the laws of the universe, and Takagami, despite his arrogance, began to show signs of concern. The tension was palpable. The Z Warriors felt the intensity of the confrontation, even when they were a long distance away from where the battle for the future of the planet was taking place. Piccolo was seriously watching, calculating every move and thinking at some point this battle, which was far from over, would be a favorable outcome. Piccolo, in his thoughts, Goku, Vegeta, we trust you. You must win this battle. The battle reached a new climax when Gogeta and Takagami met at an eminent point in the battle. The energy emanated from them, illuminating the vastness of the dark sky, creating a dazzling spectacle of colors and flashes. You cannot escape darkness. Darkness will never prevail over light. You're a fool if you think your light can eclipse my power. Suddenly, a voice echoed in Gogeta's mind, a familiar but distant voice. Gogeta, do not underestimate your enemy. Truth lies within strength. The transmission abruptly cut off, leaving Gogeta bewildered. Before he could reflect on it, however, Takagami lunged towards him with surprising speed, unleashing a series of punches and kicks that left Gogeta struggling to keep up. At that moment, a fleeting image flashed through Gogeta's mind, a vision of his loved ones, of his purpose, and the responsibility he carried on his shoulders. The energy of the transformation fanned, and Gogeta, with newfound determination, struck back with renewed ferocity. This is the limit of your tyranny, Takagami! The limit's up to you, Gogeta, and your limit is my power! Suddenly, the sky around him fragmented, and multiple distorted versions of Takagami emerged from the dimensional rifts, each with a malevolent grin. You cannot defeat me, Gogeta. I am eternal. I'm a god! You may be powerful, but I'm not alone in this! The battle reached a new intensity as multiple distorted incarnations of Takagami surrounded Gogeta. Each emanated a dark energy that defied the laws of the universe. The air itself seemed to vibrate with the pressure of their combined presences. At that precise moment, Goku and Vegeta's fusion had come to an end due to the amount of power they had used in order to stand up to Takagami. Goku and Vegeta, although they had returned to their individual forms after the fusion, knew that the key by defeating Takagami lay in perfect unity and coordination. Vegeta, we're in this together. Let's give all our power to be able to confront him so we can free Yamcha from this so-called god. Yes, Kakarot, this insect will not defeat us. The Z Warriors watched in amazement, aware that the fate of the universe hung in the balance. Piccolo analyzed this situation, looking for any weaknesses that could be exploited. The others prepared to act if the opportunity presented itself. Goku and Vegeta, now separated, their fusion as Gogeta, faced Takagami with determination in their eyes. The dark presence of the supposed god loomed over them, but the Saiyans were determined to free Yamcha and put an end to the threat he posed. Vegeta, we need to coordinate our attacks. We've always been stronger when we fight together. For once, I agree with you, Kakarot. This insect will pay for what he did. The two Saiyans lunged towards Takagami, attacking with a combination of punches and ki blasts. Takagami, though powerful, was momentarily overwhelmed by the timing of the two warriors. However, his sinister laugh echoed across the battlefield. Your union will change nothing. My power is unlimited. Goku and Vegeta exchanged glances, realizing that the situation was more serious than they had imagined. Takagami unleashed a wave of dark energy that sent them flying, but they quickly recovered, ready to continue the fight. The Z Warriors watched with concern. Gohan, though a bit intimidated by Takagami's power, maintained his unwavering determination. Piccolo, with his keen intelligence, pointed out a possible weakness. It seems his power is linked to some source. We must find a way to break that connection.
Goten and Trunks, who had arrived along with Gohan, eager to join the battle, looked at their parents with concern. However, Piccolo stopped them.
Guys, we need a plan before we launch into battle. Your strength will be crucial at the right time.
While the Z-Warriors thought of a plan, Goku and Vegeta continued their fierce assault against Takagami. Every time it seemed they were about to defeat him, his power increased and the evil emanating from him intensified.
Ha 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 ha! Your resistance is useless. My power thrives on despair and suffering.
Then we must find a way to change that. Vegeta, we need to attack together, but with a strategy.
You're finally thinking clearly, Kakarot. Let's do it!
The two Saiyans, coordinating their movements, executed a series of synchronized attacks. Although Takagami was defending himself skillfully, he began to show signs of discomfort. The connection between his power and the external source seemed to be faltering. At that instant, Piccolo noticed the opportunity.
Now is the time. Gohan, wait for the opening we'll give you so you can attack. Goten, Trunks, follow me on my signal.
Gohan nodded, conveying a look of confidence to his friends. Goten and Trunks prepared to act on Piccolo's directions.
Everyone, let's send our energies to Goku and Vegeta. We must strengthen their connection and weaken Takagami's source of power.
The Z-Warriors gathered their energies and, with a coordinated effort, sent a stream of ki skyward. Goku and Vegeta, sensing the surge of power, seized the opportunity. They're doing it! Come on, Vegeta! The connection between Goku, Vegeta, and the Z-Warriors created a unique synergy. Energy flowed through them, strengthening their resolve and weakening Takagami's external source of power.
This can't be happening!
The darkness surrounding Takagami began to dissipate, due to the large amount of energy they were receiving from their friends. Piccolo, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, observing the battle, noticed the opportunity to intervene.
Now, guys, let's go!
Goten and Trunks took flight into the sky where Goku and Vegeta were, joining the fight against Takagami. With the energy of the Z-Warriors strengthening the connection between Goku and Vegeta, the real battle was about to begin. The fusion of powers of the Saiyans between father and son created an explosion of energy that enveloped Takagami. The fight intensified, but now, with hope and determination as their allies, Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks were ready to face the Dark God and free the universe from his evil domain. The burst of energy that enveloped Takagami reverberated throughout the universe. The fusion of the powers of Goku, Vegeta, and his sons created a symphony of forces, illuminating the sky with a brilliant radiance that defied the darkness Takagami had tried to impose. Takagami, enveloped in the luminescence of the combined energy, struggled to maintain his composure. The connection between his power and the source of his power, Yamcha, was weakening with every second, and his sinister laugh began to turn into growls of frustration. We're making progress, Vegeta!
Yes, but let's not let our guard down. It's not over.
As the Saiyans continued their coordinated offensive, Goten and Trunks and their Super Saiyan forms joined the battle. The pressure on Takagami intensified, as he now faced not only the two adult Saiyans, but also that of his sons. The coordination between them was impressive, and every move was backed by the combined strength of the Z-Warriors. Dad! Vegeta! We're here to help! Let's show this guy that the Saiyan family is unstoppable! The trio of Saiyans, with their different levels of expertise and abilities, formed a united front against Takagami. The battle was getting more and more intense, with bursts of energy and flurries of attacks lighting up space like a celestial spectacle. Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and the others channeled their energies to strengthen the connection between the Saiyans and, at the same time, searched for weaknesses in Takagami's defense.
We must keep the pressure on and look for any opportunity to unbalance Takagami.
Dad, Vegeta, Goten, Trunks, we all trust you. Let's defeat this enemy together. In space, the synergy between the Saiyans reached its peak. Goku and Vegeta, with the energy of their sons and the Z-Warriors, fused their attacks in an amazing display of power. Takagami, despite his resistance, began to give ground.
This is not possible! I'm a god! I cannot be defeated!
The connection between his power and the external source was on the verge of collapse. The Saiyans, sensing Takagami's weakness, redoubled their efforts. Goten, Trunks, guided by Piccolo's strategy, attacked from unexpected angles, while Goku and Vegeta continued their frontal assault. Piccolo noticed a key opportunity.
Now, Gohan, it's your time!
Gohan, in his final form ready to take advantage of the opportunity, concentrated his energy and launched himself into the confrontation. With surprising speed, he joined the fight alongside Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks.
Let's finish this, Dad!
The symphony of energy between the Z Warriors and the Saiyans reached its climax. Takagami, beset on all sides, struggled to stand, and the skies erupted in an explosion of light and darkness as the heroes joined forces to confront the Dark God. The battle reached its climax, and every move decided the fate of the universe. The Z Warriors from Earth watched with eagerness and hope, knowing that victory was within reach, but also aware that the final fight was yet to come. With the Saiyans and the Z Warriors facing Takagami in a cosmic confrontation. However, amidst the chaos of battle, a small distraction allowed Takagami to strike back with furiosity. Goten and Trunks, focused on following Piccolo's strategy, attacked from different angles. However, in a moment of minimal distraction, Takagami seized the opportunity and launched a surprise counterattack. With quick and precise movements, the Dark God managed to evade Goten and Trunks' attacks, countering them with punches and energy blasts.
Ha ha ha! Your efforts are useless, children! I'm the all-consuming darkness!
Goten and Trunks, though agile and powerful, found themselves in a precarious situation. Takagami, with his speed and cunning, left the young Saiyans struggling to keep up.
We have to protect them!
Takagami's concentration of power is increasing. We need to regroup and find a strategy to counter his moves.
Meanwhile, in the sky, Goten and Trunks, despite the setbacks, continued to fight bravely. They tried to coordinate their attacks, but Takagami's speed and cunning proved to be a formidable challenge.
Trunks, we have to stay focused!
I know, but this guy's stronger than I imagined! In an unexpected twist, Takagami launched a blast of dark energy that hit Goten and Trunks, leaving them badly injured. Both Saiyans fell backwards with obvious signs of exhaustion and pain.
Goten! Trunks!
This damned Dark God!
The adult Saiyans intensified their assault, determined to avenge their momentary fall of their sons. Takagami, however, taking advantage of the confusion and despair that gripped the Z Warriors, rejoiced in his newly strengthened power.
This is how the heroes of the universe give up. They may fight, but in the end, darkness will always prevail.
The result was becoming even more tense. The Z Warriors, though determined, were facing the reality that their fight was far from over. Goten and Trunks, wounded but not defeated, were struggling to recover and rejoin the battle.
We need a new approach. Takagami's strength increases with each passing moment.
We'll protect Goten and Trunks. We'll not let the darkness prevail.
The battle, now more critical than ever, was plunging into a desperate confrontation where the survival of the universe hung in the balance. Gohan, observing the critical situation of his brother Goten and Trunks, could not contain the fury that burned within him. A flash of anger crossed his eyes, and his energy rose to levels that would leave even the most experienced Saiyans dumbfounded. He lunged towards Takagami with shocking speed, ignoring any concern for his own safety.
With this price, you'll pay for hurting my family!
His speed and furiosity impressed everyone on the battlefield. Every blow he delivered carried with it a pent-up rage of a protective brother. Takagami, though initially surprised, adapted to the intensity of Gohan's attacks.
Do you think your anger can stop me?
I'm going to protect my family and the entire universe from your darkness!
The battle between Gohan and Takagami unleashed an energy storm in space. Goku and Vegeta watched in awe and fear as the conflict reached levels that defied comprehension. Despite their determination, they realized they were facing a power beyond anything they had faced before.
This kid, his power is amazing!
We can't let Gohan fight alone. We must support him.
As Gohan continued his relentless assault, Takagami showed a significant improvement in his defensive ability. Every blow was met with inhuman prowess. The battle reached a point where the universe itself seemed to be on the verge of collapse. The epic confrontation between Gohan and Takagami pushed the Saiyan warrior to the limit of his abilities. Despite Gohan's bravery and skill, the Dark God, with unmatched cunning and speed, found an opening in his defense. With a graceful twist, Takagami unleashed a ripping attack, a blast of dark energy that sliced through the air with a malevolent precision. Gohan, surprised by the speed and ferocity of the attack, barely had time to react.
The energy wave hit Gohan full on, enveloping him in an explosion of light and darkness. The force of the impact threw Goku's eldest son backwards, causing him to stagger, desperately struggling to stay on his feet. The dark energy left its mark on Gohan's body, marking him with deep tearing wounds.
Ah! This can't be so strong!
Takagami, with a sinister smile, hovered in the air, observing the result of his devastating attack. The black energy around him seemed to vibrate with satisfaction as Gohan tried to recover.
This is the power you praise so much. You're no match for me, Gohan.
Goku and Vegeta, witnessing the scene from a distance, gritted their teeth helplessly. The situation was becoming more critical with each passing moment. Goten and Trunks, still injured but recovering, were prepared to rejoin the fight.
Gohan! This damned! We can't let this continue!
Goten and Trunks, sensing the urgency of the situation, approached Gohan to help him. Despite his own injuries, determination shone in his eyes.
Brother, are you alright? Yes, but we need a new approach. We're not going to let this guy get away with this!
Meanwhile, Piccolo and the other Z Warriors were also assessing the situation, looking for any opportunity to change the course of the battle. The pressure on them was mounting, and the need to find an effective strategy was becoming more apparent.
We have to work together. Gohan, can you keep fighting?
Gohan nodded, ignoring the pain coursing through his body. His determination had not dulled, on the contrary. Takagami's imminent threat stoked it.
I can't give up, but we need a strategy. Something that could surprise him. Surprise him, you say?
As the Z Warriors immersed themselves in strategy to counter Takagami, a small distraction took over the battlefield. Goten and Trunks, aware of the need of a different approach, exchanged determined glances. Without saying a word, they assumed the familiar fusion dance stance. The other warriors, immersed in their tactics, barely noticed the sudden disappearance of Goten and Trunks as they performed the fusion. The energy around them condensed into a brilliant flash that revealed Gotenks, Super Saiyan, the powerful fusion of the two young Saiyans.
Ready to give this guy a surprise!
With impressive speed, Gotenks launched himself towards Takagami, who was momentarily startled by the new presence on the battlefield. Gotenks, with his characteristic air of self-sufficiency, began to unleash a series of swift and agile attacks, challenging the Dark God with renewed energy.
Here I come!
Takagami, however, far from being intimidated, smiled sinisterly. With a casual gesture, he deflected Gotenks' attacks as if toying with him.
Is that all you've got, you little fused insect?
Gotenks persisted, intensifying his attacks, trying to find an opening in Takagami's defense. However, the Dark God, with a graceful move, countered each blow with ease.
Come on! It can't be!
In the moment of distraction, Takagami took advantage of the situation. With impressive speed, he launched a blast of dark energy that enveloped Gotenks before he could react. The resulting explosion threw Gotenks backwards, knocking him to the ground unconscious and disfigured.
Gotenks!
This is worse than we thought. Takagami, now more confident of his superiority, hovered in the air, glaring at the defeated warriors. Goten and Trunks, still unconscious, lay on the ground as Takagami revealed in his moment of victory.
Ha 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 ha! Is this all you offer, Z Warriors? Your desperation only increases my power.
With the outlook darkened by Gotenks' momentary defeat, attention turned to Gohan, who, badly wounded but driven by an inner strength, began to radiate intense energy. The pain in his body seemed to fuel his determination, and a wild golden glow enveloped as his ki reached never-before-seen levels. In the blink of an eye, Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan Phase 3, a form of awesome power that surprised even Takagami. Gohan's hair grew out of control, his muscles swelled, and his expression reflected a mixture of pain and fierce determination.
What is this? A new trick?
Gohan, with a wild roar, launched himself towards Takagami with shocking speed. The force of his blows and the intensity of his attacks shook the battlefield, creating a storm of energy around him. The conflict between light and darkness took on a new dimension as Gohan challenged the limits of his own power.
You're going to pay for what you've done!
Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Dragon God.